What if you could make a couple extra $1,000 a month using one little app on your phone? Well,
I 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and pics of hella guns, but they won't drop a pin. Yeah, we gon' box you in. Wiggle through this section, we gon' box you in. It's 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and pics of hella guns, but they won't drop a pin. Yeah, we gon' box you in. Wiggle through this section, we gon' box you in. This 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and guns, but they won't drop a pin. On his little head, make sure he dead. My nigga say he sliding for the love, he don't need the bread. Had cheese before a pandemic. Every little skid on the suckers had my hand in it. Stand on business, it's the Mac, nigga. Keep it on me, ain't worried about that South Sack, nigga. Cook a nigga, give a nigga what he asked for. Get on his whip, left his brains on the dashboard. Fast forward, laying down like a mat on it. How you niggas on your block and I just sat on it. Cook a nigga, get a nigga what he asked for. Get on his whip, left his brains on the dashboard. Fast forward, laying down like a mat on it. How you niggas on your block and I just sat on it. It's Ronald Mac, bitch. It's 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and pics of hella guns, but they won't drop a pin. Yeah, we gon' box you in. Wiggle through this section, we gon' box you in. It's 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and pics of hella guns, but they won't drop a pin. Yeah, we gon' box you in. Wiggle through this section, we gon' box you in.
Ghetto baby, a high head, niggas know I'm coming. Run me up some pay, cause I remember we ain't had nothing. We had to take a risk just to get it back. JLG, 40 is what we posted at. Lil' bro, tip around this motherfucker like supposed to be. Gleefed out, so watch how you approaching me. Suckers dropping disses, but I ain't touching no cake. I catch a nigga coming out rounds, I'm trying to eat his face. 100 round when we dipping down cutting. I stay silent, but I'm always into something. Talking to my inner self, like how you thugging. Lil' bro don't need no pain, he'll do it for nothing.
It's 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and pics of hella guns, but they won't drop a pin. Yeah, we gon' box you in. Wiggle through this section, we gon' box you in. It's 40 crappie mouth, chopper crappie me. DM and pics of hella guns, but they won't drop a pin. Yeah, we gon' box you in. Wiggle through this section, we gon' box you in.
They ain't gon' trap shit, nigga.
Get NFL.
BFG 300 shit. Let's get to the money conversations as of lately I've been reaching. Blew the bag to get them cases closed, dismissals and repeated. I paid the cost to be the boss. It's only right a nigga beat it. Lately battling against the odds and sucker shit. No, I can't be with. I've been broke before, got rich, some more see money coming leasy. Niggas switch up on the gangsters, get painted on tall tees. And back doors been flapping open. Ain't no peace inside these streets. If my partner fuck with the suckers, then on my partner I might breathe. This Glock 30, how dirty, while throwing 30 while I squeeze and cuffing please. When they're a nigga like, what the fuck you niggas think? They don't keep it gang business, they talk the hoes and the police. So what I tell you, if you lost, you can't get back from biting cheese, nigga.
Hey, need a plug on the work, I can call heck. 40 plus on the gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. Now watch me put them in the air, decide kite work.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rap, but not the block, gon' get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about them niggas, it's right, you niggas be walking cameras on gang.
You niggas tricking on a bitch, I'm getting to the cheese. Yo, bitch, pussy wetter than a 7 C's. 5-inch ARPs, we got 10 of these. Fresh nickel, two-tone with the limit squeeze. Catch 'em up in traffic, jacking up on you niggas' cars. Let this smacker play through if you fuck with bars. It's BFG tackle gang, we don't fuck with stars. Turn this block into a range if you fuck with ours. Christian lose on my feet, that was 3K. The bitch is broke on a trick, I'm on D-way. Now I don't fuck with ghost Glocks, they got a delay. Heavy stepper in the game like it's EA. Need a plug on the work, I can call Hector. 40 plus on the Gleek, that's a Chris fake. Christian moves on my feet, bitch, that's light work. I watch me put them in the air just how I kite.
Keep it street, but most niggas don't keep it gangster. He go with rapper, not the block, don't get your rank up. Break it out the bitch and whip the arm and hammer. Be cautious about the niggas, just ride you niggas be walking cameras. On gang. Hey, 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 Playing with the shit. Hey, little chick still playing with the shit. Hey, got it back, still playing with the shit. Oh, homeless ass nigga, what you stand with the bitch? Playing with the shit. Hey, you can tell who really playing with the shit. Hey, you broke as hell, you ain't playing with the shit. Pillow talking on the players while you laying with the bitch. I heard my name in rooms that I ain't been in. They running off shit that I invented. You gotta show that ass and all them titties. You cannot rap, that's all facts, you all gimmicks. I'm a big dog in my division. I'm the big boss in y'all pigeons. Bird assholes with no vision. I got up on my ass and I made my own millions. Broke ass nigga, I can tell you a dub. Rich ass bitch, I wear Chanel in the tub. PWS, I'm a player with a slug. Drop a 30 in that bitch, it ain't no staring at drum. Car a lot of shit, you can tell when I come. It's the edge and I get keep it player when I'm done. Hey, I'm with the shit, hey, we're all of it. I'm a superstar, but I hang with players and the thugs. Playing with the shit, hey. Little chick still playing with the shit, hey. Got it back, still playing with the shit. Oh, homeless ass nigga, would you stand with the bitch? Playing with the shit, hey. You can tell who really playing with the shit, hey. You broke as hell, you ain't playing with the shit. Pillow talking on the players while you live with the bitch.
I can tell, nigga sick. Feel like I'm homeless. I be laying with them sticks. Shit, for real. Bitch, all advance on my wrist. So early in the morning to some egg toast grits. Fuck is my meat? Hell wrong with this bitch. Shopping for new tools, got your hoe on my list. Eat the egg hunt, shells post, vice fix. Pull up, knock his power out the pole, gotta switch. No more responding, I'ma catch him, nigga know he slotted. When them bald heads hit him, he ain't Jody mama. Yeah, I dropped the song, call who shot you, but he know who got him. The way we got dog gone, feel like Coney Island. Man, bitch keep on hating, cause my side hoe look like Pocahontas. Ex bitch had a shot, she let him fuck it up, just photo bombing. Knocked her for 250,000, when it bought some house. Guess he fresh to death, he hit the mall, we caught him walking out it.
Playing with the shit, ayy. Little chick still playing with the shit, ayy. Got it back, still playing with the shit. Oh, homeless ass nigga, would you stand with the bitch? Playing with the shit, ayy. You can tell who really playing with the shit, ayy. You broke as hell, you ain't playing with the shit. Pillow talking on the players while you laying with the bitch. Ayy, ayy, pillow talking on the players while you laying with the bitch.
Damn, Gangland, what's going on this morning, man? We having a good one, and we about to get into it though. We got some shit, Kenneka Jenkins, you know what I'm saying? It's looking like, man, I ain't gonna lie, like the shit I'm about to show y'all, yeah, it's looking like her hood did that. I ain't gonna lie. Her hood did that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into some Shanquella Robinson and some other news stories that's popping off this morning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and slap that notification bell, man. Hey, we ain't stopping. We got some more Kamaya. We about to slap some more Kamaya through this motherfucker. Yeah, man. Oakland stand up. Real town business, you know. Come on, man. Fuck with it. Hey, hold on real quick, y'all.
Keep it lit.
This is your garbage trash browser, and this is Opera GX. You see this difference? Opera is 100% customizable. You can even
Not the third.
I'm all about the Benjamins, ain't I? I be running to the shows and ain't never had the stage right. Break them hoes on a late night, and in the daylight, gotta get my cake right. Ain't about nothing that we can't buy. To be around me, a nigga gotta have a great mind. It's 4-5, not an 8-5. And waving 4 fingers in that pussy nigga ain't mine. I got about the streets, and got focused on the cheese. For me, my brother did a 7 piece. For them licks, I owe that nigga everything. I ain't nothing like you bitches, I'm a G. The 7 letter and a fucking P. You bitches serving pussy for a fee. Brother, please, that can never be me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working, Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling, I be getting money. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working, Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling, I be getting money. Speaking on me, gon' make your situation better. Glad I don't be compared to me, they'll never measure. If she talking pressure, know I'm with whatever. Going undefeated, I'm a heavyweight stepper. Your mama raised a hoe, and my mama raised a hustler. Thinking we the same as where you really had me fucked up. I don't knock the hoes, baby girl, I'm just not one. Why I got my knots up, you was getting knocked up. And it's only bands, brother, only bands. Little bitch, you scared to hustle, so you got an only fans. Out here doing numbers, must be at the rolling dance. Independently funded and they needed no advance. Don't hate on me, I've been grinding through the week. No days off, no sleep. I'm pushing those foreign keys. L-I-T. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Hit me if it's urgent. Every day I'm working. Friday, Saturday, running into Sunday. Every day I'm hustling. I be getting money.
Niggas know me, been off the points is like back when. Gang in the field, bitch, we be something like the Pac-10.
Gangland, we around this motherfucker, man.
Oh, man, bitch, stand on that. To the head, I'll show a nigga's feelings. My ninth and wood nigga, up the street from the village.
We ain't into that. You niggas don't talk no guns. We ain't into that.
Thing about Mackie, he gon' stand on business. Make sure you put him down, never leave a witness. No love for the suckers, never on forgiveness. Stomp down on these niggas, cause niggas is big.
Ooh, about to blow something. Man got the stick, about to hoe something. Ooh.
Y'all know what it is. It's Gangland TV. Sit there and live. Hit the like button. Don't be boosty. And subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell, man. That shit easy, man. You know what I'm saying? Easy. Subscribing, that's free as fuck. Hit the notification bell, that's free as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit's free.
Gang in the field, bitch. We be something like the Pac-10.
To the main topic now. Shanquella Robinson. Let me read first. Shanquella, no, not this one. Wait a minute. Wrong art. Wait. Okay.
Get it right.
I thought I had the art. God. All right. So, damn it. I'm sorry. My fault. I'm sorry. All right, wait a minute. Is this it?
Do you need help?
Yes, no. The family of Shanquella Robinson is planning to march in Washington, D.C. next month after the U.S. announced on Wednesday they were not filing charges following her death in Mexico. On Wednesday, attorney Sue Ann Robinson, who was representing the Robinson family, said that they will be holding a rally and marching in Washington, D.C. on May 19th. That's my son's birthday, and Malcolm X. To call for more action to be taken in the case of Shanquella Robinson. Now, the press conference on Wednesday came shortly after the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Western District of North Carolina issued a statement saying that they did not plan to file any federal charges in Robinson's death. The FBI has worked diligently to conduct a detailed and thorough investigation of evidence available in this case. In coordination with Ms. Robinson's family, an autopsy was conducted in the United States by the Medical Examiner's Office in Mecklenburg County. The U.S. Attorney Office said in a statement, as in every case under consideration for federal prosecution, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that a federal crime was committed based on the results of the autopsy and after a careful deliberation and review of the investigative materials by both the U.S. Attorney's Office, federal prosecutors informed Ms. Robinson's family today that the available evidence does not support a federal prosecution.
By the way, if the federal prosecutors said that to the family, first off, what they stated was stated in ignorance, but I'm not surprised because many in these offices are ignorant. To cut to the chase, the charge to the jury says, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, one of the most crucial elements of this case is that the prosecution established beyond a reasonable doubt that the crime was either committed or originated within the jurisdiction of this court. So did it originate or occur in North Carolina? No. Did it originate or occur in the United States? No, because they have no evidence to show that somebody planned this out as a premeditated matter somewhere inside of the continental United States that might have given the U.S. government jurisdiction, and certainly not within North Carolina. So therefore, the whole thing occurs in Mexico. Now, let me give you a parallel I was trying to explain to you the other day. Let's supposing that in the state of New York, Illinois, Texas, Tennessee, California, a Mexican national on vacation in the United States kills somebody in front of, say, a shopping center full of people who may or may not be a Mexican national as well inside the United States. Do you think the United States is going to say, oh, send them back to Mexico for trial when the crime occurred in the United States? The crime, if it occurred in the United States, in a state, will be tried in that state, not in Mexico. Just reverse that. This is a crime that occurred in Mexico, in a Mexican state, by the way. So the United States doesn't have jurisdiction because they have no proof that there was a plot that started in some location in the United States, specifically North Carolina, that resulted in the killing that occurred somewhere in Mexico. So the U.S. has no jurisdiction. Another thing, it is the dastardly thing that the press has done to conflate a wrong done to a private individual with a wrong done to the state. See, the indictment, if it followed, whether it is to any of the 50 states in the United States or to the federal government, would read, on or about such and such date, so and so did, quote, against the public peace, dignity, and order. Mm-hmm. And you put the state in, or the United States commit the following act. And it's not about the fact that there is a victim. It's whether somebody did something against public peace, dignity, and order, whether they got drunk, didn't hurt anybody, but it's public drunk, it disrupted the order, whether they got loud and boisterous, whether they killed somebody, robbed somebody, stole something, embezzled something. It's not the person who is the victim, because in criminal law, the victim is simply the best evidence that something against the public peace, dignity, and order occurred. Now,
right.
The remedy, let me finish. The remedy the family has, and the only one they have and ever had in this country, contrary to what the press says, is to civilly sue the individuals they think are in fact, or the individual they think is in fact responsible for wrongful death. And if they can prove the case, fine. If not, they can't. It's not up to the government entity to secure them redress. The government entity is concerned about public peace, dignity, and order. And since nothing happened against the public peace, dignity, and order in either the state of North Carolina nor the United States in general, nobody has any jurisdiction.
Okay. All right, so maybe that's what people don't understand, because you just said something in the beginning that if they could prove that that individual or individuals plotted in the United States to do harm to her in Mexico, then the United States federal or state can come in and investigate.
The state could, if it originated in the state in question. See, homicide is generally a state crime, not federal.
So it's the intent to harm someone. If you plotted to harm someone in the United States and you did the crime in another country, that is when the United States could come in and.
Okay, see, what you're talking about is first degree murder, intentional and deliberate murder, or premeditated murder, depending upon what state you're in. In other words, if you plotted, in other words, we're going to take this guy out of the country and kill him, then that is a crime that originated in the state where the intentions and the plot and the plan originated, but they don't have any proof to that. Right. So there is no jurisdiction where they can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there was a plot that originated in North Carolina, because that is a crucial element. I've had to dismiss trials. State, what do you have to say about that? defense has moved and we've gone back over the record, the transcript, you didn't prove that it occurred in the county. You didn't even prove it occurred in the state. You just talked about what happened and you put down on 29th Street. But there's 29th Street, Knoxville, one in Tiptonville.
All right.
So you haven't done it.
So
and I won cases as a lawyer, Your Honor. The defense moves for a verdict of dismissal. The state has failed to prove that this occurred within the jurisdiction of the court. And if it did not,
slow down.
We're out of here.
Slow down. So, all right. So in the United States,
she's a bitch.
The family cannot prove that
the family has no business.
Me finish and everything. Talk about this.
Wow.
They did it wrong. Go ahead.
About this yesterday. You got to let me finish.
Go ahead.
In the United States, the federal government is not going to pursue it. One, they're saying that, they don't have enough evidence and they can't prove without a reasonable doubt. Part of that is you can't prove that it was premeditated here. So being that that's out the way, it wasn't premeditated here in the United States. They're in Mexico.
Let me say this. Proving premeditation is only is a way to establish jurisdiction in a serious offense. It becomes effectively a conspiracy. See, in other words, you have to establish locational jurisdiction. The court can't go from North Carolina to try something that happened in California if there's no connection. The United States can't try anything that happened outside of the country unless there's a connection. All I'm saying is that when you, in other words, what is the connection of the crime with the state? In other words, the guy is from the state, but he was riding down the street in Los Angeles and he ran into some Crips and they shot him and took his money. Well, the Crips can't be tried back in North Carolina because there's no connection between what they did in North Carolina. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. Now, in other words, you have to show that the state or the sovereign entity has some connection that deals with their public peace, dignity, and order. If the state has no interest in it, they have no jurisdiction. Even if they have an interest, but there's no jurisdiction established, it fails. A lot of times there's a case and dumb lawyers don't get it. And you're the judge going, when is this bozo going to bring it up? And then you get a post-conviction relief proceeding and somebody brings it up saying the lawyer was ineffective and incompetent. And you say that will be granted because there was nothing that gave the court jurisdiction over this matter in the first damn place. Okay. In other words, he shouldn't have even been in here.
So, all right. So that's the United States. So now let's go to Mexico where this happened.
That's up to them.
Mexico did issue an arrest warrant.
They haven't asked for an extradition yet.
Okay. So explain Mexico's position because it happened in Mexico. We have
in other words, prosecutorial discretion. Mexico ways, hey, hell, is this some colored folk from the United States? We don't give a damn. Good riddance. Or they can take that, or they can say, please, based on a treaty we have, we request extradition. The United States would try to take the suspect into custody because there is an extradition treaty. And what we're going on will sending this person back be appropriate under the treaty, or there's circumstances that indicate that the result would be so repugnant to American law that we can't do it. By the way, we have that exact same issue looming right now. Everybody's asking about this woman. What about the fact that the president of the United States has been indicted in a long multi-count?
Then we're not talking about that.
No, he has been.
I know, but we talked about the algorithm here on YouTube.
No, we're going to talk about this one. Forget the algorithm. This is law.
No,
we're talking about this one. No, we do not deal with the law. when we're talking about an individual, we talk about the law. If it applies to one person, it applies to everybody. If the United States has an obligation under the treaties we have with Mexico to extradite the person that has been charged in Mexico from the United States back to Mexico, then we have a duty with the same exact kind of treaty with Ukraine to extradite anybody that they've indicted.
Do we have that treaty with Ukraine?
Now, our treaty, 1999, which was negotiated by Bill Clinton, President of the United States, says the Ukraine and the United States agree to mutually cooperate in the apprehension of parties wanted for criminal charges by the other, to take them into custody, detain them, and extradite them upon request.
Okay.
So that's a treaty. And by the way, Article 6 of the Constitution says, guess what? There are three things that are part of the supreme law of the United States of America: the Constitution, laws passed to carry out the Constitution, and treaties that have been ratified by the U.S. Senate. This one was ratified in 1999. And it also says, wait, it goes further. These ratified treaties must be enforced by all state and federal judges.
Okay, fine. Let's go back to Mexico.
So,
would you shut up and let him? Oh, sorry.
Right, I'm over here yelling too.
That's why I stopped watching that show. I couldn't stand her ass.
She's so fucking rude. That's the thing. That's what's wrong with people. When people trying to tell you the truth and what's really going on, you got people like her want to cut you off and study acts. What about Mexico? He just told you. He just told you the fucking law.
Dummy. That's why I stopped watching that show. I can't stand her bitch ass. He need to get somebody.
I told y'all it got something to do with them treaties. With them treaties that's in place, you know, is for surely got something to be, because this is how if it would have if them I think if them treaties wasn't in place, they would have gone ahead and tried to prosecute them, even though it didn't happen in the United States. But since there are treaties involved, it's kind of like we don't give a fuck.
It's just like Joe Brown said. They don't care.
Okay, so that being said, let's just say Mexico did do all the paperwork, which I believe they did. Okay.
It's still on American to do what they need to do.
It is on the American side to do what they're supposed to do. They didn't do it.
Exactly. It falls back on America.
So I don't know what again, they're bullshit. Let's just put it that way. U.S. is bullshit.
Yes.
And second of all, anybody who's learned attorneys, if look, Joe Brown just broke it down like a shotgun and didn't even look it up. You need to go to civil trial. So I guess they're trying to do the extradition first. They denied the extradition. Okay, time to get busy. What are we sitting on our ass for?
That's why I did this broadcast today, because I'm like, let me play some shit that's in your face with it. That's gonna have you thinking, because I'm tired of the bloggers. It seems like they just giving people that want justice false hope, subscribers false hope. Like, man, we ain't in Gangland. We not about to give no false hope. We about to tell you what the fuck going on, so we can know what's going on, so we can be about this shit accordingly. We ain't about to sit here and keep talking about hella shit that don't even fucking matter. We need to talk about what the fuck is going on to where we can seek justice. Like I said, man, we know we from a certain cloth to where, you know, we're not out here to point the finger, but we can point out the obvious. You see what I'm saying? And the obvious is we got to stop bullshitting around and get real. Let's get to reality. What the fuck is going on? They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and then the cool part about it, this is what we already been saying already in Gangland.
Exactly.
We've been saying this. They ain't gonna go over there and get them people, so she's not gonna get the justice. Until they do that, that's when we gonna go to plan B.
So basically, here's my take. These attorneys should know this shit. What are you fucking around for?
just to take this woman's money.
That's some
Because
horseshit.
at the end of the day, the same thing that this judge just said, he's a judge, so he know what he's talking about.
And I wish that bitch would shut up and
exactly with her fucked up ass glasses on this good Sunday. But okay.
Man, this bitch out here looking like Horace Grant.
No. She up there looking like that what's that cartoon? It looked like a dinosaur or something with them glasses.
G.O.D. on God in heaven.
Why does he put up with this lady? Is that his daughter?
No, it's somebody.
Hell nah. We don't know who this individual is. This is my first time watching it. I seen it. I'm like, man, let me play this shit because I had Joe Brown.
Shit all the time.
He was popping what needs to be said. Like, stop being around the bush. Joe Brown, tell me what's going on. Why
stop cutting him off? Shit.
Yeah, she making it an argument when it's not a debate or argument. This is he just telling you what the fuck it is. Damn. So I don't see how there's an issue when he's merely like he's a guest on your show. First of all, he's merely just telling you, hey, you know, this is what it is. Why are you asking me questions after I just fucking told you what's going on?
And then when he tries to break it down so people can understand what the fuck he's saying,
that's his daughter. Moneybird said that is his daughter.
Oh, well then shit, he need to check her ass. Because this is business. Don't argue. How you gonna argue with a judge that knows this shit? Back, forward, sideways, any way you try to slice it. So that is his daughter?
That is his daughter. Why you arguing with your daddy?
Like, he the one to put you on game. What? Man, look, okay. Mm-hmm.
They telling you, he's telling you what's going on. Like I said, these bloggers be giving false hope. And like some of the videos, some of the pictures I was playing earlier this morning when I was playing that song Walking Cameras, some of them videos was showing Winter Donovan filming the fight with her phone. You can clearly see them was her hands. So it's like I say, we got to stop beating around the bush. Oh man, this is the second video. People say they seen it. I ain't seen it, so it's like kind of up in the air with me, as far as like the visual aspect. But far as like knowing it's the second video, I'm 100% with that because I see Winter Donovan with her phone out, and we also got Malik filming as well. So when Malik pan his camera to the right, you see her thick ass barbecue wolf knuckles filming the fucking fight. So, hey, I'm with.
I can't.
It's the second video. I'm with that, but far as seeing it, I ain't never seen it. People say they seen it. I ain't seen it, but far as knowing, yeah. Was that on the fight? I don't know. Was that on Winter phone? I don't know.
Mac, I'm gonna have to say thank you because see, there's a lot of people who don't see the fucking facts. I tried to explain this shit, and I said to them, look, there is a second video because it's more than one person shooting it. There's one person recording it. So there is a second video. They wasn't trying to grasp that shit. I'm like,
we all been saying that shit anonymous. That's what I'm saying. You know how many times that we don't win against people that think that we don't know what we know? Yeah, we wasn't there, but it ain't hard to see.
Thank you, Lady Liberty.
What's up,
not
gang?
his daughter. That's not his daughter. That's not his daughter. Thank you, Lady. I didn't think so. Thank you, Lady Liberty.
She is a reject from the Star Report.
She look like
well, in the first video, that's what she said. She might have been joking, but the first video, I remember when I said it made me mad what he was saying, but it's another video, and he was saying some real stuff. It made me mad. I ain't want to hear, but it's the truth.
Hey, what? Well, I mean, my thing is, tell us the truth, and if he knows this, then that means them attorneys know this. that means they're trying to spend up all the money. That's the way I look
That's
at it.
exactly what it. That's why this judge is basically telling people in so many words, because he know the goddamn law and he know what he's talking about. At the end of the day, it's
He's a
America.
judge.
This how I look at it.
Exactly.
This how I look at it. You know, when mama tell you like, hey granny, can I get them shoes? She like, man, nah, we can't get them shoes this month. You had to suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Hey
She
mama,
be
can I
real
get them shoes?
disrespectful.
You had to suck it up. You know what I'm saying? So she had to tell you the truth. Hell no, you ain't about to get them shoes. So it's
Yeah.
the same with this. It's like, all right, is we gonna get justice? Hell no, we ain't getting justice right now, nigga. Let's get real. Let's get real. Hell no, we ain't getting no motherfucking justice. It's gonna be coming up a year, and we still ain't gonna have no justice. Mark my words. Why? Because he's telling you right here. He's telling you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie,
He
that's
also,
what I was
he
trying to
also,
tell you in the first video. It's another video they did together in the office. Yeah, he was saying, he was laying out how, you know, they transport, how they can go against the defense, and he was saying like how that the defense can use that with the bruises and all that. He was saying this has happened again. This has happened one time before.
It happened
in
before.
Mexico.
and
With a
also
man.
he also gave a way for them to go around the bullshit. Civil suit, which should have been done in the first place. And
That's what I'm
anybody
saying.
who's a learned, who's supposed to be a high-end fucking lawyer should know that. She should have done that outright.
That's what I thought they was doing. That's what I was asking last week. Did they wind up going to Mexico for the civil suit? Because remember in the beginning they said they was gonna be traveling back and forth.
No. What they should have done, if the U.S. ain't gonna extradite, which they pretty much said they're not, then you immediately start the civil suit. You ain't gotta worry about no paperwork because you can. It's a motion to compel for them to come out and give the paperwork over so we can do the civil suit. Boom, done. She didn't do that. She ain't done that yet. What you waiting on?
I just know country said the same thing with this man. This judge said at the end of the day, they got to prove that they plotted that in the USA and then went over there for
And
them
they
to
have a
do
loophole for
anything.
that. They called somebody in the U.S. to ask them how to work this out. Boom, there you go, right there. Ain't nobody working that angle. What's
So
going
the
on,
treaty
y'all?
was set up by Bill Clinton, he said.
So who?
The
Bill
treaty.
Clinton. No, it was redone. But the
It was
point is this.
redone. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's redone.
because the
The point
war they
is this.
had was way before Clinton became president.
The point is this. They could have used that phone call. Get them phone records. They called somebody in the U.S. Boom, there you go. Planned out. Boom, there you go. There
But
you go.
it's not that easy because you still gotta have a warrant for those phones, right?
And by
The
now,
Fed-
them phones is
the
been gone
feds
or
can do
something.
that. The feds can do that, but it's like under what grounds? Like
Exactly.
it's not up to the U.S. So it's like under what grounds? Like the parents would have to get the feds to do all that shit. Like they not about to just do all that shit just cause they don't got no jurisdiction. So why are we doing this? You see what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
why
like
they have attorneys. The attorney has paperwork that can request that action to happen. This is what I'm trying to
under
say.
what grounds, like he said.
Just
under what grounds? Regardless, we know what's going on. That shit happened in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Grounds. All right, yeah, we know about it. We know about it, but what he's telling you right here, what can we do?
Civil suit, which should have been done. That should have been done in
a civil. That's not a civil matter. It's a criminal matter.
Exactly.
Murder is a criminal matter.
And that's what I'm saying. If it's a civil suit, then if it's a civil, then they'll be out there getting it. He's basically saying that's why it's not happening.
He said right there, you could do a civil suit. That's the only way you can get.
Well, that's what they're supposed to be doing is the civil suit. But you got to think they got to go back over there to Mexico.
They still got to go over there. Yes.
They will have to go to Mexico. They will have to go over there like listen what they keep saying. If y'all ain't noticing,
It's not enough evidence. It's not enough evidence. It's not enough evidence.
Exactly.
Well, go to Mexico and get it. Look at what cameras is over there. Go to the airport. Look at the airport cameras. Get the airport cameras.
So they need an investigator.
All type of shit. Yeah. They keep
Okay.
evidence. Where, hold on. Look. Where have we seen the Cabo 6 get on and off in the airport? And you know they got cameras in the airport out there. Have we ever seen footage of that?
No.
Because they can go get it.
I don't know. Like with the civil suit, I was thinking it was gonna be like where they was at, like at the hotel, the doctors,
cameras, all that.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how that camera system work over there. We don't, but
just like it does over
that's a
here.
part of the investigation, though.
Yeah.
That's a part of the investigation.
So they need to get an investigator to go over there and handle that.
They keep saying
has certain
not enough evidence. Not enough evidence.
That's not enough action to go get the evidence. See, they should have been doing the civil suit outright.
I thought they went over there.
Extradite. They're not going to extradite. They pretty much said they're not going to do it. Now the next move, okay, civil suit. Fuck going to get diplomatic intervention. Civil suit, dummy.
I thought that's what they went over there to do. They went over there one time.
I thought that's what what's her name? Sue Ann Robinson or something.
Hey, that's
what's the name of it? What's the name of
that bitch went on
Robinson.
vacation. That bitch went on vacation and made it look like she was doing something. Bitch went on vacation.
Listen. She should have had an investigator.
She was out there drinking 1942.
You feel me? Over there sitting at the beach. Over there sitting at the beach with a fucking umbrella in her cup. Bitch.
Listen. Civil suit should have been in play and ready to go as soon as they said they're not going to extradite. She already knew they're not going to extradite because they didn't have they weren't going to do it. They told them they weren't going to do it. And now you want to get diplomatic intervention? Okay. You went over there, nobody's answering back, nobody's hollering back, everybody's stalling you out. Okay. You should have had that civil suit in play already.
It might be though. It might be.
I hope
we
so.
We just don't know about it.
I hope so. Because right now they're pussyfooting. I'm sorry.
No, a civil suit, sometimes it takes time. You know,
everything takes time, but they've had plenty of time to get the shit going. What
but
you doing?
We don't know that with the civil suit because that's why Ben Crump came on for the civil suit.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave that.
No, for real. He said that.
Okay.
So we don't know that part. So I'm not gonna downplay like they ain't doing it. It's just that we don't know about it.
Okay.
Just like they didn't want us to know that they can't do nothing.
Okay.
I mean, you finna get money, you don't tell the world.
Okay.
But like I said, Ryan, you remember I kept saying what Judge Joe Brown said made me mad. But he was speaking the truth. I had to accept that.
He been speaking the truth.
Months ago.
Yeah, because this shit big came out. But it's like, you know, when you go over shit, like you watch a movie more than once, you be like, oh, I ain't see that. You be like, motherfucker gotta understand. Like, it's like my son, they like, man, he read good than a motherfucker. He just be kind of gotta understand what he reading. Like he only 7, but he read like at a 4th, 5th grade level. Like the hell. He just gotta understand what he reading. He can read it, but he has to understand. And it's like we're hearing it, but we have to understand what we're hearing. We have to understand what we're seeing. Right. And people is not understanding. So that's why I be playing shit like, even though it was old, we have to understand, listen, and understand and comprehend.
Yes.
Comprehend what he's saying.
Exactly.
Talkland said people take years for civil suits. If we can get over this lady arguing with him, I hate when she does that.
She said people take years for civil suit, and sometimes they do. That's a whole nother country.
Man, look.
Yeah, evidence is evidence. So I'm pretty sure, hell yeah, they can.
It's evidence that they like, man, shit, yo, we could go to the airport, we could do this and that.
Hey,
The
but
mom, go ahead and land.
go. I was
Go
gonna
land.
say, hey, if y'all peep, hey, if y'all think about it, when her daddy was trying to get her body, remember he was trying to go out there. They told that man, no, don't come out here. We'll send her to you. See, they stopped him because I know if that man had went out there, he would have got every fucking thing that he needed for her case. They stopped him. They said we would send her to you. You know what I'm saying? So he paid for them to ship her body out there to him. He wanted to come out here. He wanted to go there and then come back with her body. They didn't even allow him to do that. So just imagine trying to get paperwork. They ain't giving up that shit.
And them niggas know they did something. Like it's just like obvious as hell. Y'all did something. Look how y'all hiding. Look how y'all just acting.
Let me ask you a question, Matt.
Let me land. It's your, you know how they say, man, yeah, man, it's your actions. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker saying. It's your actions. It ain't what they saying, it's what they not saying, and it's their actions. It ain't what they saying, it's what they not saying, and it's their actions. That's why, like, it's like, come on, man. Like, if this was anybody, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man, nigga ain't about to be walking around on no eggshells, especially over no murder. You know, like that's some serious shit. And it's like to where everybody looking at you. Like these ain't no street motherfuckers to where a motherfucker look at you like, yeah, bitch, I kill people, nigga. He don't give a fuck. These ain't no street people like that. These is your average, you know what I mean, happy-go-lucky motherfuckers, and they not cut from that cloth. So for them to be labeled as murderers and killers and have to walk around amongst people, I'm pretty sure that's quite uneasy for them. So it's like, man, come on, man. Like, that's why I'm like, at this point, man, let's talk about what's really going on. Stop acting like, man, we about to get some justice. Stop giving people this false ass hope. Giving people this false ass hope. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at this shit for what it is, and then have patience. And then we can continue to seek justice. Before is that, like, come on, man, stop with the false hope and this and that shit. Because it's like now it's like, okay, we see what y'all doing. Y'all just making up shit for views and shit. This shit crazy.
Yeah, that's how America do.
This shit crazy. Y'all just making shit up for views at this point. There's no real meaning of why. Like, man, why the fuck y'all keep going live on Shanquella, man? What the fuck y'all talking about? Man, that's some gossip. Man, that's some fucking family business. Don't nobody, hey, we don't care about the family business. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about, what we will talk about is like how the father's involvement, like what's his involved, because we do see the separation. You know what I'm saying? But is that our business? No, the fuck it ain't. That's family business.
No, it's not.
That's family business. That's why I say the nigga Jackson is messy as fuck. Nigga, you worry about your PPP loans, nigga, in your barbershops you ain't got, nigga. Nigga, you worry about nigga, your ass, nigga, being. Hold on, bro. Hold on, this nigga gonna piss me off, nigga. Hold on, bro. You know I gotta post this shit, nigga. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question,
Is
Matt.
Girl Jackson part of? He said, "How did the extortionist get his hands on all the?" He was an extortionist.
He is.
You was an extortionist, nigga. You worry about being an extortionist, nigga. Why you worried about, nigga, somebody motherfucking family business? Girl Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, girl. Girl.
Let me ask you this. Now, these kids ain't no dummies. They went to college, all that. They book smart somewhat, okay? Do you think they already knew how this shit was going to roll? Like, do you think they already knew this?
Man, if they get a hold to them phones, they might see that they did plot that shit on U.S. soil. But that, like I said, they can see how they try to say, "Oh, it's on Mexico," and then they strung a nigga along, and then they was like, "All right, I guess it's on America now. It's on America," and then America was like, "Nah, I ain't on this. It's on Interpol." Interpol like, nah, that shit ain't on. That's on the feds. They start juggling this shit around. Like, who this shit on? Come on, man. Come on, man. They juggling this shit around like, man, this shit ain't got really nothing to do with us, but we can say it's on them though.
No, I'm
Oh
talking
no.
about the 506. Do you think they knew how this was gonna go down, like legally?
I mean, shit. They got motherfuckers behind them. Don't at least got people that's in the medical field, law.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't her family law enforcement? You see what I'm saying? Like, so she could have got a heads up on what's really going on. You know, as far as law wise, you know, she could have got a heads up on what's going on legally. You know.
Matt, I'm a disagree with that. I don't think they knew it was gonna get like this.
I don't think they meant to harm her in such as her coming to her demise, but I think they did wanted to do her some type of harm and humiliate her, and it went too far.
Now they saying Winter did it.
Oh,
they keep saying she slammed her. They keep saying she slammed her. I mean, if she,
I think she did. I think she was the
she a
one who
little
finished her
stubby.
off.
She a little
finished her
stubby
off
motherfucker.
compared to the big
she was doing
giant bitch.
push-ups too.
Yeah,
You
she
see,
was.
yeah, exactly.
So at the end of the day, they was doing push-up, getting ready to beat her ass.
And you heard how she was capping on her. She was like, "Yeah, man, we know you ain't miss Arm Day. Yeah, we know we know you love PE." Yeah.
She was going in on them dogs. Some real
We know
shit
you
though.
love PE on the real though. First one in the gym, head ass nigga. Kickball ready, head ass motherfucker. Lead to the home base, head ass nigga.
You so crazy, boy. I can't. Not today.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I think Winter was the one that finished her off after the green giant bitch did her shit. You feel me?
I can't.
Green giant.
Green giant. I mean, for real.
I wish
we
one of
bagging
them would
on you.
tell us
Let
what
me tell you why
happened
we
that
bagging
night.
on you, because you're over there acting like a damn gorilla.
She about to say Glorilla. He was
Glorilla.
out there acting like Glorilla.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit. It just.
My thing about it, I wish one of them would tell what happened that night. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's gonna be now, but we gonna hear. We gonna hear.
I think it's. Yeah, I think somebody. Some gonna eat somebody up, and I don't care. I think it's gonna be that nigga Nazir, unless he's somewhere doped the fuck out. At this
he
point,
already done tried it. It didn't work.
Man, look.
He got his hat slapped off his head by Ricky, and he got little. That's what I'm saying.
That's
like
exactly what happened, Deanna. That's exactly what happened. Mexico told them to shut the fuck up, and they was gonna handle that shit, and that's what the fuck they doing. They handling that shit, cause for one, like she said, they ain't for Mexico ain't for the let a U.S. come and make them look stupid and foolish. Y'all got Mexico fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody
y'all got
gonna
Mexico
go
fucked up. Mexico, like, y'all not about to put that shit on our name like that. Hell no.
And especially since we know who runs that shit. Let's leave it like that. Because it ain't gotta be look. It ain't gotta be legal as far as U.S. concerned. You know, Mexico got weatherways.
Well, we don't want to come over here because what if somebody try to kill me? If they are successful at killing me and they get back to the United States, it's just over with for us, you know. So I don't even want to visit you guys. I don't want to spend my money over there. So you know they will have to
I
want
don't
to
know
try.
why money talking about no. We supposed to be going to cab.
I told you. I told you.
She talking about some no. we going to the place where where all this shit happened at. We going. Shit, they got a motherfucking trip right now, $299. You can't beat. Let's all go to Mexico and figure this shit out.
Mm-mm.
Man, I have seizures. I'll be the dead one. I'll be the one that left
Now,
over there. No.
I love going over to Mexico. I love going over to Mexico, but Right now, no. If I'm telling you right now, no, don't do it. I love going to Mexico. Mexico's the shit. Everything's cheap. It's beautiful. Fuck that. Fuck that. Not right
You
now.
see what Tall Glass say? Mexico
What?
unalive.
What she say?
They mayor, and they politician.
Huh?
She said they unalive their mayors and politicians.
We are forgetting who. Do we forget who runs Mexico?
No.
All right. That's why I say hell no. Hell no. Right now they pissed.
I told Mama we ain't going over there.
You have to understand. These guys got egos too. Shit, fuck that. You done came over to our country, did some dirt, put on one of our precious gems of money making on the map.
Ryan, where you at? In the villa?
Hell yeah, this the only time I'm at that motherfucker is right now. Don't catch me in that motherfucker. Hey.
$2.99, Ryan. You got
It's $2.99, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Let's go take this trip right fast. $2.99. They said with all inclusive included.
They say, man, look, man, this nigga really in the villa though. But I said, let me get
This nigga trying to check in.
Let me get a pint. What's that new shit? Let me get a pint of that Terramana. I need a pint of Terramana.
Man, look.
Right.
As far as like men, as far as the men folk, y'all will get catered to like a motherfucker. Women
I need some up. Migo, hey, he said, man, hey, you know, it was some other people up here. I said, yeah, bro, why y'all didn't do nothing when they jumped on her? Shit.
That's what you gonna say. I'm gonna be in my room the whole time.
No, he already there. Money, you don't see him
trying to tell me what's going on in the villa, nigga. I know what happened in this motherfucker.
Oh Lord,
nigga, what the fuck, nigga? Why y'all didn't jump on? Why y'all didn't help her when the big bitch jumped in? The fuck?
She was too big.
Migo. She's too big, Migo.
Talk about. She was a big black ugly one.
I can't with you.
I've never seen a mayate like that in my life.
I thought it was a man.
Right. I didn't know what it was.
Like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, they over there trying to recoup because what they did down there fucked up their fucking money.
No, it didn't.
Those villas are big money for them people over there in that corner, okay? That's big
money. They mess
money.
up their money. You gotta understand other people come from other countries too.
They fucked that
Mexico,
shit up.
Man, Mexico's still making their motherfucking money. They ain't shit
That's
exactly why he told them kids to shut the fuck up and get the fuck up out of here.
You know what? No, that's one of the big money makers too, though. All them villas and shit. Now they done came over there and done some dumb shit.
Man, you gotta think
on the fucking map.
Anonymous, you gotta think. Check this out. People had just died for carbon monoxide party.
That was after.
No, that was before.
He said cancel his trip. Fuck that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OG said, I told my wife to cancel our trip.
See?
Man, they going for $2.99. Y'all tripping. I'm about to go get my passport.
I ain't going. I ain't going nobody by myself.
Somebody gonna go with me. Watch. Somebody gonna go.
Niggas ain't gonna go down there. Niggas is not going down there.
Mac already down there waiting, so you good.
I'm already down here.
You feel me?
I'm about to roll up some of this hay ass weed they got. I bought it. I bought some corn from the man. There was a nigga behind it. Mota, you want mota? I got mota. I said, let me smell that shit.
Mama. Now's the best time to go because they are kissing ass, trying to keep, they try to do everything in their power to make things good for people who they will come back.
You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go get a tan first and then go. I ain't trying to stay out there.
What
you feel me?
Up in here, girl? What are you saying?
Because I don't want to get. You feel me? They might mistake me.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody.
I'm not going because they gonna think I'm Dejanay. I'm not going.
Tell you the truth. They gonna take care of you. They're gonna take care of you. You want to know why? They're gonna take
I
care. They're
take
gonna
my
take
wig
care of
off.
you.
They say that's her.
Right.
No, hell no, it ain't me.
No,
Hell
they'll take
nah.
care of you, honey. They'll take care
Man,
of you.
I'm telling you. My
They will
sister
take
just
care of
left
you.
from motherfucking Mexico in motherfucking August. Mexico is popping right now, man. I'm trying to get
Yeah,
on.
it is
Man,
popping. It's always been popping.
they
It's just
crazy
Man,
out here.
okay. Some gangland member. Who's down to go to Mexico with me?
crickets.
Hold on, I'm about to go to the front of the villa.
Go to the front.
Go to the front. Right.
Front of the villa.
Who's down? I want to see hands. Who's down to go to Mexico?
So you said $299 for that villa?
For the trip to go to Cabo, yes.
Yes.
They about,
And
you know that villa probably
I sent
opened
it to
back up
money.
right
I'm not lying. I
yeah, she
sent it
sent
to
it. She
money.
sent it to me. It's all exclusive. You get food. You get
Everything.
a shelf.
Yes.
You get
Man,
all of
they
that.
are
You
really
have
trying to
18
Man, we
sell
damn
you.
near need to go to that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie though. We damn near do need to go just
They'll
cause
give us
though.
that same
Right.
room.
This,
I wanna
right.
feel how they feel.
I want to feel that shit.
I wanna feel like okay,
I ain't staying
okay,
here.
it's like where they did this at, this where they played the game at, this where they was doing the push-ups at,
Yeah,
this where
I
they
ain't
ate
staying
at.
there.
Okay,
I
this the
staying.
room. The room gonna freak me out though. I ain't gonna lie. The room gonna
Right.
Deanna, it's only $299. You got 18 months.
Yeah, it's
just like them.
$299. We still got time, y'all.
That's just like them people who buy haunted houses. Nah, man.
Man, y'all scary, man.
We
I'm
need to
down
go.
for shit
Right.
like that.
Look, that's a different thing, man. That
That ain't no haunted house. That's a villa, and we about to go have fun in that
haunted
bitch.
ass motherfucking villa. I'll stay at another villa. I ain't staying at the same one.
We about to go have fun in that bitch. Come on, Deanna. We about to go rock out.
You
You know what I
feel
mean?
me? So
1942.
thank you, Tall Glass. That's what I'm talking about. Who else down to let's go to
Hey,
Mexico for
come on.
$299, including your fucking room and flight? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and food and
You
food.
squeaky.
Oh wait,
Y'all
it includes your flight too?
hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Probably ain't spirit.
Damn. That sure is
See,
tempting.
Miss Delana was just there in March. It's still popping in Cabo.
It
Ain't
ain't never
shit
gonna be not
stopped.
popping. It's always popping there. And shit, I'm gonna have to think about it. that right there ain't bad. You include your food from the time you get off the flight to the time you get there, and your food, and you can come back.
Ox knees. What the fuck is the ox knees? You mean
Yeah, what the
oxtails?
No, that's
Can I
what they
take
call. That's what they call. Dejanay. That's another name for auctionees.
ox knees?
I forgot who called her that.
Ox knees. She
Somebody.
is
I think
from
it's Jess or somebody that called her that.
Oh, John Henry built that bitch.
Yeah,
That
see,
shit
John
just
Henry.
took
I
me
like that.
out. God damn. What?
For
I
real.
ain't never heard of that. Ox knees. Who
Yeah, I think
who
that's
said?
what somebody called
She
her
do got
that.
some. She do got some buff ass legs though. GLD, nigga on Yeezus. You
Man,
ain't never seen
that's
that
a
bitch
whole
You said,
fucking
"Oh yeah,
quarterback.
on Yeezus.
That bitch is that bitch is a
You
quarterback.
stupid.
Nigga, that's on
Yeah, a
Kanye.
linebacker. That's a linebacker. That
Hey, they need
bitch.
they need
Man,
to hire her on
you
NFL,
see them
man.
shoulders when that bitch is boo, boo, boo. It's like just
Okay,
imagine that bitch running and trying to
Ox
pass the
knees.
baton to somebody. Man.
At Gangland, we call her John Henry, aka the Big Show, aka Wide
No,
Shoulders,
no.
The
aka
big Huey. Don't forget the big Huey.
AKA, yeah, John Henry, AKA Thomas the Train Face Head Ass Bitch, AKA,
Damn.
yeah, nigga, we be on that goofy around this motherfucker. Yeah, AKA Dave's Meatloaf. Yeah, nigga.
There you go. Meatloaf.
Oh,
Meatloaf.
Come on, man. Yeah,
all right.
AKA Bison Back built ass bitch.
Oh,
Talking about that bitch hand, that bitch look like she been working on cars all her life.
oh my God.
On the real though, man,
Oh
bitch
my
built train
God.
tracks for a living. She built train tracks for a living. Look at this bitch.
You better
Hand.
stop it. You
That
better
bitch
stop
hand.
it.
She built train tracks for a living. GOD. That bitch makes saxophones.
Damn.
I have never heard of them auctionees. That shit just took me out.
On the real.
Everything, man. That
No,
shit.
Trying to
man.
remember who called
Whoever
her
came
that.
up with
Hell
that,
yeah. Oh,
man,
Stone.
you a
That
winner
bitch
for
got
that one. That
that
shit
bitch got
got
the
me weak.
That bitch got the knees of Stone Cold Steve Austin. What the fuck? On the real, nigga. For real. Big buff knee ass bitch though. On the real though, nigga. The hell going on?
Oh shit!
I hope she watching too
He
though.
said Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I hope she watching too.
He
I
said
hope she
Stone
watching
Cold.
that badly built ass bitch. I hope she watching too.
Oh shit! He
Well,
said Stone Cold Steve the fuck Austin.
head
No.
ass bitch. On the real though, I'm just saying. I hope she watching
Oh.
too. On the real,
She is.
Patty Bell Pepper nose having ass bitch. She already
Damn.
know.
Damn, she does. Oh
She
my
do
god.
got Patty LaBelle Pepper, GLD.
Damn.
on Yeezus. Get your big buff ass out of here. Face flexing like a motherfucker though. Face flexing.
I
On the
can't.
real though.
Oh my god.
What's going on here, man? Shout out to Black CEO.
Peter.
Shout out to the whole Lions Den, nigga. You know, hey, I'm telling you, we gotta collide our lives one day on Restream.
Oh, that would be fun.
On that motherfucker.
And
Yeah,
he down with it. I'm pretty sure he'd be down with it.
come on, man. You know,
He's real as fuck.
That shit just took me out. Them ox knees. I'm talking about. They talking about oxtails.
On the
Oh
real,
god.
She said, nah, ox knees. I said, damn, she got the knees of the ox.
So wait a minute. Y'all trying to say she big at the top with some little ass legs?
Hell nah, Ox got some big swole
So
stone
I'm
cold.
gonna say, was she shaped like the Untouchables or what's the motherfucker called?
Her ass built like cousin
the unbelievable. What was that
Wait a minute.
motherfucker
She
called?
said, "Where's Oxney's from?" She push that back. Push that message back. She
built like Lurch.
Go back one.
You welcome. You welcome, Justin, for Keisha White. You gonna always get a laugh over here.
Okay. I knew I heard it before.
Okay. Well, he funny than a motherfucker. He's
Yeah,
funny as shit for coming up with that. He funny as shit.
He be coming up with all kind of shit. This shit is funny as fuck.
Oh, Ox
yeah. If you gonna get something, you gonna get a laugh over here. Believe that.
No.
Gangland, not strangers.
You feel me?
It's already respect when real niggas connect. Yeah, man. It's always a treat when players meet at Gangland. I'm just saying, man, we about to light up some more of this good treat, and we about to get into this story. You know, I don't know.
Gonna finish this one?
No, we're gonna finish it, but we're gonna get into this next though, man. The lynching of Keisha White. I don't know if y'all heard that. We're gonna get
I'm waiting for this one.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey man, y'all, hey, we gonna bring awareness. Like I said, man, we ain't gonna point no fingers, we gonna point out the obvious. And the obvious
face, though. Look at the little face.
People need to talk about this shit. It's a lot of shit people don't talk about. It's a lot of shit people do talk about, but the shit that people don't talk about, they need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we talk about at Gangland. The shit that people don't want to talk about. People scared to talk about what people scared to say. That's why, hey, can I cuss over here? All right, well, yeah, man, I hate them motherfucking Cabo 6, man. Them bitches can kiss my ass. Yeah, man. Yeah, you come over here and feel great about yourself, man. Yeah, man, come on. Feel free. Hit the link. I'm about to drop the link. Anybody want to pop up, man, and converse with Gangland?
Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on.
And respect, you know, that's it. That's all. Respect. We don't know you.
Google up.
You gotta show your face in the background. You can show your face backstage. I can see what you did.
I'm about to start smoking and laughing. I gotta put this shit out.
In other words, Mexico has not yet issued a request for extradition.
So even though they issued a arrest warrant, now it's in Mexico's hands to extradite or actually
they have to evoke the diplomatic process of requesting extradition of the wanted party if they choose to do so.
Now, can the family ask the Mexican government?
They can ask, but they have no standing. They're not a sovereign entity. See, people conflate what we do here in America with everywhere else in the world. It doesn't work that way. Say, we keep talking about the Constitution is racist. Yeah, but you have things going here in America you do not have elsewhere in the world.
Mm-hmm.
See, in other words, okay, how many of you want to go to Paris? Well, you get to France, guess what? If you get arrested, you are presumed guilty until you prove yourself innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Not you're presumed innocent until somebody proves you guilty.
Right. So, because every country have their own
Yes.
laws and stuff
So
like
everybody likes to go to Paris, and that's a place black folk used to love to go when they would become expatriated because they didn't like the racism in America.
Right.
Well, when they got over there, the gendarmerie do not mess with you like the police do here. But if you get arrested here, you're presumed innocent, and the state has the burden of proving you guilty. Over there, they are very tolerant, but if they bust you, you got to prove yourself innocent. And you don't have a jury. You got a judge.
Okay.
And the judge is presumed to be as wise as a jury of 12. L'intime conviction, the intimate conviction of a judge, the gut reaction of a wise man is supposed to be as reliable as 12 jurors to them.
All right. So
don't judge him, Joe Brown.
Yeah, Joe Brown's a shit.
I love that man. Even when he was a judge, I used to watch his show all the time. Like, he used to give it to a motherfucker straight. You feel me? Like, he was. I didn't feel between him and like some judges. Like, I didn't feel like it was television. I really felt like it was real court and real shit, because they were speaking some real shit to these people.
What about Mathis?
Yeah, Mathis cool. I like him too. Yeah, he's like the second best. And who else?
That's all I watch.
That's about it.
Joe Brown and Mathis. That's
the
it.
Rest of it is
Yeah.
fake. The rest of it is
And Mabel, before she retired, she felt real to me. Mabel was. And then that
Judge Judy.
No, fuck no.
No, fuck,
That
that's
Mexican lady.
lady.
That Mexican lady. She was a real judge to me too on the people's court.
What about the black lady on divorce court?
Yep, Miss Judge, the judge told her. Yeah,
I never watched that.
she was real because she was real. I didn't feel television with her either.
She was real.
These new judges that they got on TV, it's television. Yeah, it's television. Cause half of them is fucking people that I don't seen in fucking movies. How the fuck you a judge and and your name was fucking Elroy or something in motherfucking the movie?
Yes, I got a friend that's on one of them shows, The People's Court, with Judge Judy.
No, Judge Judy got her own, but Judge Judy, she cool. You know, she just talk a bunch of shit and she just think everybody's a liar. You know what I'm saying? But other than she do too much. But when her husband was the judge on People's Court, he was a real judge.
People's Court was the real deal.
Yes.
After that, it became acting until
on People's Court.
I don't know that fucking Mexican. I don't know her name, but I like her because she give it to them straight like a mother. She be like, she don't give a fuck. You ain't finna come in my courthouse with that bullshit.
I never seen it. Yeah, I stopped watching that shit after a while. If it wasn't Judge Joe Brown or Mathis, I wouldn't watch it.
Right. I used to, man, I'm telling you, them two right there.
Joe Brown used to blow it to him, didn't he?
Ooh, shit. And you could tell he knew they was full of shit, because that nigga would be twirl that motherfucking thing and get to just looking at him and just say,
That nigga, Judge Mathis, he always thinks somebody a crackhead. Like, nigga.
But he called them out though. They be straight
everybody don't
crackhead.
smoke crack though. Like, this nigga always calling somebody. Everybody don't smoke crack, bro. that
nigga talking more about the mentality, not necessarily.
He be like he more so comedy to me. Like, he don't be dropping no motherfucking knowledge. He sounds somebody drunk ass uncle up there trying to kick some knowledge to your ass.
Right. But then the good part about it is, when he do be serious, he'll really get to telling motherfuckers how to really do shit and what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But he cool
When he
as
get to
fuck.
talking shit, when he get to talking
Yeah,
shit,
got that shit. Yeah, that nigga
he
funny
sound like
as
a
fuck.
teacher that's just there to work and get paid and not teach. He sound like one of them motherfuckers. Like, man, hey,
Yeah.
What about your education? I'm just here to get a check. Wrong with it? I don't care if y'all come in or not. He one of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
And
man,
then the part that gets me with Mathis is when somebody come in there and try to play some shit and he really find out or really see the shit and he done really found out and he get mad, he get to throwing the paper into my get out of my court. He done throw a motherfucker out.
Fuck out my courtroom, bitch.
Get out of my courtroom.
Get out of my courtroom.
He be throwing that paper like get this shit, get out of my courtroom.
Nigga out of here.
He was quick to get a motherfucker.
But that
Get
nigga
him out of here.
he was giving nigga the boot.
Oh, she said Judge Million. Judge Million.
Yeah, her. I love her. Yes.
Shit.
Her right there, she the truth too. I don't give a fuck. She was another one with throw him out of get him out of my courtroom. I'm not listening to this.
Who was that nigga bailiff? Who was that nigga Judge Matthew bailiff name? He had some kind of funny ass name too. That nigga bailiff. They escort niggas about that bitch.
Judge Judy made me want to choke slam her ass.
Right.
What's wrong with you? I didn't watch too much of that. Like I said, when you watch Judge Joe Brown, it kind of makes everything else less than. It's like, oh, you know, because Joe Brown got in there. He wasn't gonna mean to you unless you act a fool.
Right.
He gonna show you what it is.
Judge Mathis, if you lie to him, it's a wrap.
But the thing about it is, between them two, they knew your ass was lying from the time you start fucking talking.
Oh,
but they just let your ass. Just let me see how long this motherfucker. I'm gonna see how long I'm gonna take this shit before I just throw his ass up out of here. I don't even want to listen to his case. And then and the Matthew just go in deep and really get to calling you a crack. Get this crackhead out of my court.
You smoke crack, don't you?
Right.
That nigga sit there and be like,
I know a crackhead when I see one.
That nigga Judge Mathis would be like, you know what? You ain't sit here about to play me in my motherfucking face. Judgment for the plaintiff. Judgment for the plaintiff. Nigga, now you get your ass out of my courtroom.
Pay 10,000.
Right.
Oh shit!
That nigga in there weak. Judgment.
You know he be back there smoking, right? He be back there smoking.
You think so?
God damn, I'm in tears.
That nigga be, I'm telling you. Talk about hell yeah. Talking about get his ass out of here.
I know crackhead behavior when I see it.
And he be quick to call that shit out. That nigga be like, so and then it's the part he be like, so you say you ain't never touched that. You ain't had like a little small rock before. And then the motherfucker, well, you have to see, I knew a crackhead when I see him.
Judgment for the plaintiff.
Right.
He from Detroit, ain't he?
From
Detroit.
Yeah, he's from Detroit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Where Joe Brown from? Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm slobbing.
Oh, he's from Chicago.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
he sounds like he's from the South.
He probably did grow up in the South.
Yeah, he sound like he's chitlins and he barbecued with the old.
You know what I'm saying? I thought he was from the South Bonafide. He's a suitor. He Bonafide.
Oh, she said her brother was on Judge Julie. She was gassing him.
This nigga Joe, he said him and his bailiff be smoking.
Oh.
Shit, Judge Joe Brown probably do. Yeah,
You talking about Judge Mathis? Why he be calling the motherfucker? Hey, we gotta play that recording one time of him going bad on motherfucking Wendy Williams at that motherfucking radio station. That man, when I say Judge Mathis went in, he went in on Wendy Williams. Shut her the fuck up.
Man, you don't play with no judge, man. You know he the only judge
Oh
I know
my
used to sell
God, that
dope.
man got so motherfucking mad. And you know what? And she was a bunch of crackheads too. He went in. He didn't let that man he did not hold nothing in. He went the fuck in on that bitch.
Oh man, he must be the crackhead killer or something, man.
Okay, Judge Brown is
Yeah.
from Georgia.
Didn't I
Judge
tell you
Brown.
like somebody old ass grandpa that cooked chitlins and barbecue with the sandals on?
Okay.
On real. I
Judge
tell you that he had a southern feel to him, yeah. On
But
the
I
real.
think, but Mathis for sure is from Detroit, right?
Yeah, he from the 313.
How old is Brown? Brown about 100, ain't he?
Hell no, that nigga still look good if so.
But he old. He real old.
He like
Yeah.
80 something. He like 80 something. But
Well, that's close enough, shit.
I know,
Right.
but he's still in good shape. Did you just see him?
Yeah, but
hey, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either.
Lord.
I was just wondering.
Hey,
I wouldn't get with him. I don't need no sugar
You
daddy.
know what? I was just finna say, if that was his daughter, I was just about to say, if that was his daughter, the reason why she got that was one of the daughters that he didn't get along with, or she didn't like his rules or something.
Oh shit.
hey,
That's his caregiver.
Something.
Brown is
Shit.
sexy. What are you talking about? Get out of here.
I was over here in
Man,
tea.
don't never eat some fucking
Y'all got
pineapple
my
and turn
stomach hurt
around
on
and
this
fucking
good
eat
Sunday.
and then smoke. This shit got my tongue burning like a motherfucker, man.
Man, I'm over here weak. We about to get into this
Yeah.
content, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Ron, what kind of leg? I ain't gonna say that.
weed and that crack.
I'm finna say something about Wendy Williams, but I thought about it.
You mean that glowworm? That glowworm looking? Look at
Man,
her.
that bitch look like a ostrich. She look like an ostrich.
That glowworm looking motherfucker
with a big ass head.
Man,
Yeah.
she don't even look like. Look, I'm gonna tell you, she don't look convincing as a woman. I'm sorry.
Shit.
She did look somewhat of a man, though. But I mean, we
I
got a
don't
lot
give a
of
fuck. I
that
don't give a
like
fuck.
Man, she looked better when she was big. I like that.
That's what happened when you talk about people. She was talking about people too much. Everything bounced
She
back
should have
on
just
her.
left her body
like a
alone
damn
too.
alien. We can't figure out what her gender is. All that. I mean,
Shit, she don't even know what the fuck her legs weigh more than her. Shit.
Every
The
time I
big
look
ass
at her,
legs.
I
Have
see
y'all
what I
seen that
see.
lady's legs? The motherfuckers way bigger than her.
What?
Shit, I don't even know how she carrying them.
Oh
Man,
my!
I don't know what's wrong with her.
Hey, y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. About to get to this shit, man. This shit might turn that laugh into a frown. Nigga might turn that laugh into a frown watching this shit. You know, hey, this, yeah, might turn that. Yeah, you see what's going on as soon as that shit pop up. What's going on? Hold on. That right there pissed me the fuck off just looking at that.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Looking at that pissed me off. G.O.D. on God in heaven on Jesus.
You keep saying.
Wow.
Y'all know what it is, man. The like button, subscribe to the channel. It's Gangland.
Here we go. Here we go.
Who know how to make one of them?
Not me.
Think about what happens in a lynching. Typically, a lynching includes a group of people who have decided that the victim should die.
Oh no.
Historically, it has included torture. A tree. A rope that is tied to the tree. And a noose tied to the victim. The victim is hung from the tree where he or she wrestles and fights to breathe until they are dead. And it was done in a public place while people watched and did nothing. Now let's look at what happened to Keisha White. Keisha was tortured in multiple ways. First, the doctor ordered oxygen for her, but the nurse did not give it to her. Then she told the staff she had problems breathing, but they ignored her and still would not give her the oxygen. When her inflated catheter was pulled out, she had to endure excruciating pain for a whole hour before the nurse gave her any pain meds. And as her blood filled with gas instead of oxygen, her chest and both arms were tied to the bed as she struggled to breathe. This torture lasted for 11 hours, including through 4 hours of cardiac arrest. Can you see her? The MP was unaware of Keisha's symptoms as the nurse, Linda Brixton, refused to inform him. He ordered tests, however, sources say that Brixton cancelled the one test that would have diagnosed the problem: the ABG arterial blood gas test. Now let's compare Keisha White's death to what a lynching is. The group of people who decided Keisha's fate was 2 white female nurses. Replace the tree with the bed. Replace the rope with restraints. Replace the noose with those restraints around the chest and both wrists. The public place was ECU Health, Vidant Medical Center at the time, in Greenville, North Carolina. The 2 nurses watched as Keisha was in cardiac arrest. They did not supply the oxygen. They did not inform the charge nurse. They did not inform the nurse practitioner. They did not inform the doctor. They did not provide treatment. The cardiac monitoring was disabled, and the monitor was silenced so no one would be alerted Keisha was in trouble. The 2 nurses did nothing to help Keisha as she lay, strapped to the bed, in cardiac arrest, fighting for her life and fighting to breathe, before she was found cold, slumped over, and lifeless. Can you see her? One of the nurses, E. Everett, was actually a part of the emergency response team and only provided help after Code Blue was called. She was not on Keisha's service and claimed to DHHS that she had rounded the floor earlier, but no one had told her about this patient. Yet, she entered Keisha's medical charts and entered fake oxygen readings when Keisha was in cardiac arrest. Therefore, she did know about this patient. The low oxygen reading of 62% entered by the primary nurse, Linda Brixton, and about the cardiac arrest. Keisha White was medically lynched, and ECU Health, the North Carolina Board of Nursing, the Greenville Police Department with the help of the SBI, and 2 different Pitt County District Attorneys have all obstructed justice and abused their power to make sure this murder, this lynching, has gone unpunished for the last 9 years. And counting. How can anyone feel safe in a hospital ever again? The so-called justice system has failed Keisha. The so-called justice system, that is in place to protect the public, has failed us all. It's time for the public to step up and step in. Without deterrence, you could be next. Make this post go viral. #Justice for Keisha White.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hello, and thank you so much.
Man, that shit bothered me just a minute ago. That shit just bothered me. Like this to and then and it's like they probably was sitting there watching her die like that too.
How do people
Yes. Well, I mean, they did other things, but they knew she was dying, and the steps that they took, like the stage was set. The cardiac monitor, well, actually, she was suffering from the lack of oxygen. And rather than address the symptoms, that's when they put her in restraints because she was hot and wanted to lay on the floor, which was one of the symptoms. She had pulled out her catheter, or at least they said she pulled it out. I don't know how it came out because I wasn't there at the time.
Yeah.
And but that was supposed to also have been a sign of the lack of oxygen, being confused and so on and so forth. Personally, I think she was badgered into pulling it out. and was not aware of how the mechanism worked when she pulled that 1-inch bulb through her urethra. But the medical records show that it took the nurse 57 minutes to administer pain meds, while also showing that her pain was at a number 10, excruciating, and they waited that long to give her the pain meds. When they put her in restraints, they did not reconnect the cardiac leads. And all of these were per doctor's orders. The oxygen was doctor's orders. She had been on oxygen for a week or more. The cardiac monitoring, she was on a particular wing of the hospital that required cardiac monitoring. So that should have been a no-brainer, but they didn't reconnect the leads. And the nurse was notified at least 10 times by the monitor tech to reconnect the leads. The nurse kept telling the monitor tech that the patient was refusing, but reports showed that when a coworker asked her about reconnecting the leads, she told the coworker she wasn't going to because she had done so 4 times already. And then she told the board of nursing that the patient, she did reconnect the leads, but the patient kept wiggling out, even though she had on a vest restraint tying her to the bed and both arms are tied to the bed.
What? So they just lying.
3 different, answers that she gave to 3 different people just about the cardiac leads. So the restraints went on at about midnight, and at 2 a.m. when the last official oxygen reading was 62%, she was officially in cardiac arrest. And the nurse refused to check her oxygen again, turn on the oxygen, tell anybody. She didn't tell anybody, unless she told the other nurse who came in and falsified the records with false O2 readings at 3:30 in the morning, or just after 3:30. And because I was there between, I think, 11 and 3:30, and I was not aware that she was not connected when they put the restraints on. And I found out after that the reason why I wasn't notified was because the cardiac monitor had been silenced in the room. And when I left at 3:30 to take a break, somebody went into the room and silenced the monitor on the technician's end. And then the technicians no longer got alerts that this patient was in trouble and off the cardiac monitor.
Wait a minute, you were there?
For part of the night, yes, I was.
Oh my
What
God.
was her initial injury that led her to the hospital?
She had lupus since she was 14, and she was going through acute kidney failure. So, and she had been at this hospital before. We actually requested, when they needed to transfer her from our local hospital, to send her there because she had been there a few times before and got great treatment. But in between those visits and this one, the hospital had changed its name, and I assume policies, or I don't know what else changed. I just know that they killed my kid. That's what I do know. And they refuse to do anything as far as criminal justice is concerned. There are powers that be that have prevented the Greenville police from making any arrest. They have closed the case numerous times, but have failed to investigate key witnesses such as myself. They have never interviewed me to find out, what else I could tell. They do know things because I kept giving it to them, but they have never formally interviewed me as part of their investigation. The district attorney has never interviewed me as part of their investigation.
What city this in? What city this in?
In Greenville, North Carolina.
What? And what's going on in Greenville?
Thank you.
What the hell is going on in Greenville?
What's going on in Carolina, period?
It's a lot of stuff that has happened with this case. The hospital used 2 SBI officers to help make sure that this didn't go any further. So when the police said, well, we investigated, we even used SBI. Okay. But the SBI officers that the risk manager used was taking information from me and giving it back to the hospital. And the board of nursing did go in and investigate initially, but they did not investigate the nurse that falsified the records. And I've even sent in another complaint recently. They will not assign it to an investigator. and falsifying records is against the law, but they
Hell
won't.
yeah.
They won't do anything about it.
Oh, I'm about to pull this up for you real quick.
Is this part of Mecklenburg County?
Actually, Greenville is in Pitt County, North Carolina. I don't live there, but everything happened in Pitt County.
So this is the falsified records right here, right?
That's a section from the DHHS report, making it aware that any readings after 2:00 a.m. were not valid readings. So that means that the nurse, she had told DHHS that she rounded on the floor earlier and nobody pointed this patient out to her. But yet she was in the records. Code Blue was called just before 6 a.m. and she just happened to be one of the nurses that responded to Code Blue because she's a member of the ERT.
Oh, crap.
I mean, you know, and I compare it to a lynching because to me, medically, that's exactly what it was. And with the same way that the sheriff might be a part of the lynching and then a part of the investigation is the same way I feel about the nurses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. So when you said she was in with restraints, how long was she in restraints?
They put her in restraints about midnight, so about 6 hours, and the restraints had to be cut off before they could administer CPR. And that was something
Oh
that
my
the
God!
hospital.
You know what? But I don't know the law out there for as restraints, but I know out here you only can have restraints on for no more than 2 hours.
Right.
Because you
The
got to take
hospital
them
was at
off and on, off and on. And if
the
they didn't do
hospital.
that, that's a violation off top.
Yes, the hospital was cited for that when DHHS investigated. They were in violation of 6 federal healthcare laws, and that was one of them with the restraints. But they also provided the Board of Nursing with documentation that the nurse had been trained on the proper use of restraints. The nurse had been trained on signs of hypoxia or lack of oxygen. My daughter's cause of breath was anoxic brain injury, which is lack of oxygen to the brain. The second cause of death was cardiopulmonary arrest. The onset for that was for 4 hours, meaning that from 2:00 a.m. until code was called at about 6, she was in cardiac arrest.
Oh my God.
And they failed to do anything. And the nurse had over 20 years, the primary nurse had over 20 years experience.
So tell me this, is where that happened at, is they kind of like big on racing, you know, is they racist out there?
Since I don't live there, I can't answer that question for sure. I've heard complaints about the former district attorney when there was a gentleman who was attacked outside of a bar. And the story was that he hit a white girl inside the bar, but he's denied doing that. But that's the story that people went with when he came out of the bar. So when he came out, he was attacked by, I think, like 5 or 6 white people. And when he was able to get away, he ran for his life. He ran through a college campus, and where the college police saw him running and assumed he must have done something wrong because he was being chased by white people. So they attacked him as well and then arrested him. And the district attorney had been asked by the community to release the videotape from the college campus and from outside of the bar, and she never released them to the public.
Good old boy system.
Yes. And in this case, I wrote a dossier to the district attorney. The problem is they keep telling me no crime has been committed. There are plenty of other things that they probably could have said that would have put this to rest, but they didn't. They claimed for the last 9 years, each agency, no crime has been committed. And I can't live with that because I know a crime has been committed. I can take the evidence and tie it to first degree murder, especially with the cardiac monitor being silenced. And
Off top.
with warnings.
So yeah,
Right.
I think you should. I mean, have you had an attorney or something like that? Because you can fight, you can beat this because you just got to find the right people to go through them people. Because at the end of the day, they sound like whoever is over the case in the hospital, they all in connection, and they trying to keep this cover and throw it up under the bus. Yeah.
Yes, I had an attorney. I had to fire two of them. And the last one, I was so close to the statute of limitations that I was forced to keep them. But in my opinion, my attorneys were paid off by the hospital to keep my settlement low and to keep this out of the courts. As long as it's settled and not filed in court, then there's nothing publicly about this case. You know, and
So wait, so is it a way you could go to the next district or somewhere to try to file for this? Can file for this case because I believe you can get the justice that you need for, you know what I'm saying? Because it is laws on how to try to do this to get a hospital sued. That's why I'm saying the reason why it went like that, because that's how they be connected and all kind of stuff to make sure they keep stuff like this covered. But we just got to find the right place, the right people to talk to, and the right networking, you know what I'm saying, to try to figure out to see can we take it out to another country, another city or somewhere else in that same city but in another district or somewhere that is against what happened to her.
I have been trying, like I said, I've been working on this for 9 years and I've still not, been able to find anybody with the power that has any type of power to help me. The public has the power, but you'd be surprised the amount of public people that see the videos and just keep going instead of responding, sharing, doing something to engage so that the video can be shown to more people so that maybe it can go viral. But, most people, they just walk away, turn their heads and walk away. It's not their problem.
Oh, wow.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. I was just saying that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's sad.
That's why I made the plea. I didn't want to spam you guys with the link, but some of the things that I heard being said applied to this case when you was talking about Shanquella, and I was like, I gotta put this here because I need help.
Is there attorneys you can get outside that area?
I've been working on it. But the large attorneys like Ben Crump and Lee Merritt, they have turned me down. They said this is not the type case that they work on.
Anyway.
How is it not? That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, it's the same. If this case should, make it to mainstream news, that's when they'll want to help me.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
That's how a lot of them work.
Yeah. Is there somebody in a different part of the state or outside the state that can come help you, as far as attorney wise?
Like I said, I've been trying. I sent messages. But the thing is that the prosecutor, the district attorney, has what they call prosecutorial discretion. So nobody can make the DA bring a charge. It's up to them to decide. But I have filed a complaint with the North Carolina Bar, in addition to catching him in lies and being able to record the lies. I sent that to them, but also for not upholding justice despite the overwhelming evidence that he has. His job is supposed to be to protect the public. This case is not just about my daughter. It's not just about Keisha White. It's about every person that goes in and out of that hospital. Because anybody can be Keisha White. This can be their story. And as long as there's no punishment, no deterrence, because when you sue, you're not suing the person, you're suing the entity. So the people who did what they did are still not being held accountable. And that's one of the problems with all the police brutality and shootings and killings and so forth. The police officers themselves are not having to give up their homes, give up their retirements. take their paycheck and pay towards these settlements.
Mm.
And if they're not charged, there's no deterrence because the city will pick up the tab.
So did they settle anything with you?
They did settle. Like I said, my attorney, in my opinion, had been paid off to keep the settlement low. They dropped the ball in mediation and did not help me in mediation. I had to fight for myself, and I just had a couple of months left on the statute of limitations. So I would not have been able to find another lawyer to help me with that short time limit to work on a case and build something. So I had to go with what happened in mediation that day. And then also when you feel like they have paid off your lawyer, it brings a fear of going to court because the jury can say, you know what, after hearing the testimony, we're going to award this family $12 million. But the judge can still come back and say, you know what, I think that's wrong. We're going to go with the cap on this one, $500,000. That's it.
Okay.
And you don't know if the judge has been paid to do that because for every law that's on the books, there's also something to reverse it. So you hear about the multi-million-dollar cases, and I can't say for every state, but in the state of North Carolina, there is still a cap of $500,000 that's only used when they want to use it, like some of the other laws that have been on the book for decades and centuries that you never heard about. But when they get ready to use it against you, they will.
Right.
I'm about to put some more content too, so that can. It's just like, come on, man. Outside looking in, that sounds like malpractice. You can't turn that off. Like you cannot touch no. Like I bet that was a little white girl up in there. Y'all wouldn't have been touching her goddamn machine.
Exactly. And I also feel like if it was a white girl laying in the bed and it was a nurse, my complexion, that the hospital would have pressed charges on day one. And they would have come out in a press conference and said, you know what, we will not stand for this type of behavior in our facility. And they would have came out smelling like roses.
Oh yeah, they would have cooked their ass for surely. They would have fried.
So have you took it to the news or something?
I have tried to take it to the news. I did get brief coverage when the DHHS report first came out, but that's as far as it went. I've been trying since then, and I mean, it's old news. So
I just think, I feel like you should go back to the news again with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because at this time, it's like new people there probably at the news. Somebody at the news, because even even on the news, they be coming with old stories. You know what I'm saying? And somebody got to put this out there. Somebody got to see that this hospital is doing this. Somebody gonna want to read and want to know what's really going on and why did that happen? Because it just didn't happen for nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I think we should reach out to a newspaper, or a reporter or somebody,
Right. I mean, I went to the news. I've gone to the news about some of the later measures that I've taken, and namely with the complaint to the bar. And there's a couple of people who have responded, but so far nobody has made any moves. Well, one newspaper did give me his phone number, and because there's so much involved, he can't guarantee me that he'll be able to make a story with it, because he would need to get in touch with everybody, the hospital, the DA, the police, and so on, to get see if they'll make a statement before he can run the story.
Oh, okay.
We need the equalizer.
And you said it's been 9 years now?
Yes. My daughter died May 10th, 2014.
Okay.
So I'm still fighting for justice. something that is given to some groups of people that don't even have to ask for it.
And this is true.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop down, gang. Love y'all. My phone about to go dead. I didn't
In
want to be
this video,
dropping out.
though, I'm going to be talking about how I drew the lines from patient care to patient abuse and neglect, and from patient abuse and neglect to a crime being committed. Okay, I am hoping that these videos are viewed and spread around. Don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, share, follow button, follow me, so that you can keep up with this story, because what happened to my daughter can happen to anybody. Okay, nobody is immune from patient abuse. Nobody. Now, you might get better care, for example, if they know that you're a celebrity, if they know that you're the cop's kid, if they know that you're a politician, or you're married to a politician, or you're the parent of somebody important. If they know that, you're going to get grade A treatment. Okay, but 99 point whatever percent of us do not fall in that category. We are just regular people, and we don't get the treatment that everybody should get, whether we're famous or not. Okay, so y'all already know that. So I'm just gonna read to you what I have in this dossier. My opening statement: Keisha Marie White, 26, died from a anoxic brain injury, lack of oxygen to the brain, while in vest and bilateral wrist restraints. Now, bilateral means both sides. So both wrists were restrained to the bed, along with a posy vest. Okay. Now, I told you in one of the earlier videos that they put it on her because she wanted to lay on the floor. She was showing signs of lack of oxygen to the brain. She was hot. She was noted as being confused and agitated. The nurse put in the records that she was refusing to be connected to cardiac leads, which, if she's confused, any lawyers out there? If she's confused, how can a confused patient legally make those kind of choices regarding care? Especially when I was present part of the time. I mean, I was in and out the room. I talked to people. I walked past people. If they had a problem with my daughter any other time in the 3.5 weeks that she was there, they always came to me and told me what the issue was. And then we would talk about it. And, in front of her, so that we could all come to an agreement of how we're going to proceed forward. Okay. But she was not combative. I know somebody might be wondering, why is she in restraints? If she must have been fighting. No, she just wanted to lay on the floor. She was not combative at all. She was not trying to fight anybody. Hell, she didn't have the strength to try to fight anybody. She didn't have the oxygen to try to fight anybody. Okay, so moving on. Saturday, May 10th, 2014, at Vidant Medical Center in Greenville, North Carolina. The nurse assigned to White's care was RN Linda Leathers Brixton, which again is on a public document, okay? Who was a seasoned veteran in the field with 22 years and 9 months experiencing and practicing medical surgical nursing. Now, that is just based on some information that was in one of the documents I got from the Board of Nursing. If it's incorrect, I did not make it up. I drew this information from that document given by that agency. The evidence will show that Brixton did murder White according to North Carolina law. Now, I have been told in the past, this case did not meet the elements of murder. They said that I needed 1, mens rea, which is the intent. Intent can be purposely, knowingly, or recklessly. Those words come from the Model Penal Code. The U.S. Supreme Court defines intent as purposely, knowingly, or recklessly, okay? Recklessly stands out because authorities have insisted that no crime has been committed in the death of Keisha White. So the second element of murder, actus reus. That is a voluntary act or omission of a legal duty to act. Number three, concurrence. There was an intent and act or an intent and omission to act. Okay. So the concurrence means that one and two has to happen. Both of them have to happen. You have to have the intent, which can be inferred from purposely, knowingly, or reckless actions. Okay. And then, or done recklessly. And then the act itself or the omission of the act itself. Okay. Number four, causation, which means caused harm. And number five, the actual harm. So my daughter is dead, so we know that there was harm. The ultimate harm happened. Okay, so let's talk about first-degree murder. In the state of North Carolina, first-degree murder includes murders perpetrated by means of imprisonment, torture, and premeditation. And that is listed under the North Carolina General Statutes number 14-17, murder in the first and second degree. Imprisonment. According to the medical records, Keisha White was found lifeless while in restraint. White was also noted to be found cold and unresponsive by a care partner at 5:55 a.m. White demonstrated signs of hypoxia or lack of oxygen for several hours prior to a vest and bilateral wrist restraints being applied. White Linda Briggs violated law, in my opinion. Okay, 482.13E9. This is according to, because I have a footnote. I put footnotes in this thing. Okay, according to the DHHS report, the law was violated by violating the patient's rights by failing to release restraints at the earliest possible time, by failing to release the restraints when the patient was resting quietly while in cardiac arrest. So, in other words, when she fell asleep, the restraints were supposed to be removed because the risk of her getting out of bed was gone because she was asleep. White was imprisoned instead of treated because she was put in restraints. Part of the treatment included continued oxygen therapy as per physician's orders. Vidant Medical Center employs sitters. A sitter is required to have nurse's aide or nurse's assistant certification, but the sitter's job is to sit with patients who needed constant watching. The sitter is in a position to eliminate the so-called need for restraints. Restraining a nonviolent patient to a bed demonstrates the laziness of a nurse and or nursing staff who does not want to be bothered to make their job easier. If restraints are said to be applied due to White pulling off her cardiac leads, it is a common practice by nurses to apply the leads to the patient's back. This option was not attempted. In White's case, had the nursing staff properly cared for her, restraints would not have been needed for the purpose of keeping her in bed, for the purpose of maintaining cardiac monitoring. She needed oxygen. She needed to breathe. And she was denied oxygen. She was denied breath. That's one of the reasons why I would say first-degree murder charges are necessary for this case. But we're going to go through all the levels, okay?
Oh man.
You know, it's a lot of evil in this world, man. I that's some cold-blooded shit, man. That's cold-blooded, man. This is not, man. I don't know what to say, dude, because this is just fucked up all the way around. It's more than fucked up. It's just,
You know, and
it's
the nurse practitioner because he didn't know what was going on because the nurse didn't communicate any of the symptoms. As a matter of fact, the only 2 times that the nurse contacted the nurse practitioner who was on charge was to get the order for restraints and to cancel one of the tests that he had ordered. He ordered a bunch of tests because he was trying to figure out what was going on with the patient. And out of all the tests, the ABG test, which was pointed out in the video you showed, the ABG test was canceled. And that was the only test that would have told him what was going on, would have told him that her blood was filling up with gas and all she needed was her oxygen turned on. If the nurse had to draw blood anyway, why cancel that one test? Blood still had to be drawn and sent to the lab. She denies that she did that. But in his response to the board of nursing, he said that she called him and I don't remember the exact wording, but in so many words, she didn't need that particular test anymore. So again, a nurse with 20 years experience, she understood exactly what she was doing.
She didn't need that test no more because by that time they already made up in their mind they was gonna do something to her.
Right.
Yeah, they already made up in their mind they was gonna do something. Like we like, you know how they try to do old people, and they'll try to pinch them or do like weird ass stuff like that to old people when they in them hospitals and stuff like that. Like it was past like trying to like physically like do something slight like that. Like they really like they meant to do that. They wanted to kill her. So it's like that they premeditated that. You ain't just all of a sudden just, all right, we're gonna turn her monitor off. All right, we're gonna deny her oxygen. All right, these are steps that you know you're doing to try to kill her. Which means you thought about doing this. This is not no spare of the moment. Like you thought about doing this. That's crazy. And they came and they saying that this is not that it's not a crime committed. That's to say this is not a crime committed. It's crazy.
Exactly.
People got common sense, you know. People got common sense. And when you hear the story, just it's denying her oxygen. She's being deprived of oxygen. This is y'all dealing with a patient. If she wasn't sick, she wouldn't be in here. Obviously, she's sick. She needs to be in here. She needs to be taken care of. That's what you think is supposed to happen in the hospital.
Yes.
You know?
You know, and I just wish over and over that I had known that that's what was going on. You know, when I got back to the hospital, I went to, well, first I just went to call myself taking a break, but I felt myself falling asleep and I didn't want to go to sleep. So I decided to, you know, there's got to be a Walmart in this town. I'm going to go and see if I can find Walmart because my daughter's phone had got missing about a week prior. Now I kind of understand why her phone got missing. But so I found Walmart, found a phone, you know, got the guy to show me how to use it and activate it and so on and so forth because I was real ignorant with phones back then. And when I got back to the hospital, I walked in the door, and as I reached out to match the elevator button, I heard the code blue for her room. And, you know, I'm standing there like, you know, because usually, you know, you hear code blue in a hospital, and I would always stop whatever I'm doing and just be like, wow, I wonder what happened, you know, and then I would say a short prayer, you know, God, please, you know, help this person, help their family, you know, through whatever it is that's going on. I don't know what they need, but you do. Amen. You know, and so I stepped onto the elevator and I said, before I could say the prayer, I said, code blue, south. Okay, my daughter's on south. That's the name of the tower. 311, 3, that's the third floor. My daughter's on the third floor. 311. That's my daughter's room. I'm just saying that it's a good thing that I didn't know the details until well after the fact. And actually, The hospital was trying so hard to hide what happened that they sent their risk manager to my house a month after my daughter died to tell me that they didn't do anything wrong. And then at that time, they offered me church pews and Little League uniforms because they was trying to play on my sympathy and hope that I accept something so they could get me to sign something and then put a lid on the whole thing. You know, and that's another reason why we don't hear about these cases more often in the news. When people sue, they have to sign a confidentiality agreement or a gag order. And that often prevents them from speaking. I refuse to be silent. You know, the penalty is that they can sue me for $50,000. Come sue me. I welcome it because this will put this on the books. You know, I wish they would come after me in that way so that we can put everything out in the open. But, you know, I'm calling their bluff, you know, but I don't believe they're going to do it because they have tried so hard to keep this swept under the rug. But more people need to speak out. You know, don't be silent because you signed that piece of paper. You know, this is your, whoever it was to you when you signed this agreement. Tell the world this was your person. Be their voice.
Yeah, because you know they try to get like that. Like people don't be understanding. Like it be people are like. I remember what case I was doing. I was talking about, and see, I just be talking about things like I try to bring awareness. That's it, because I'm from cloth. Like I say, I'm not out here telling on people, but I'm not gonna point no finger, but I'm gonna point out the obvious, and we obviously got to point out this that something is wrong here. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be all types of stuff. Like they'll be DMing me like, "Hey, when you gonna stop talking about such and such and such and such?" That you know that situation there, right? Ooh. Or like just random, and you can tell it's a fake page, but they always hitting me like trying to like get me to like, I don't know if they like threatening me because they be like, so you still talk, because the other message they send me like, oh, so you still talking about that? Like, you know what somebody mean when they say, oh, so you still talking about, like you get like how like you can hear when somebody texts you, you can kind of hear a voice when somebody texts you. Like you can kind of hear like, oh, okay, like they kind of like threatening me, like stop talking. Man, fuck y'all. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna talk about it but us. These white individuals, like I say, these white people, because you know I fuck with the white folk, but these white people, they're not gonna talk about it. They can give a fuck. They're not gonna talk about it. But you need these small platforms like this to spread it and spread awareness. Because I guarantee you, we spread awareness, we can get other content creators to follow this story, follow your YouTube channel, and to bring awareness to what's going on. Because like this can be any of our daughters, any of our sisters, and I feel that people don't get serious until they come knocking on their doorstep, and we got to stop that.
Exactly. You know, and all it takes is a moment for that person, whoever it is, to not be able to speak up for themselves. As my daughter, as her brain started for oxygen, she lost the ability to communicate to me what was going on. And see, at that time, my grandmother was also in that same hospital having a pacemaker put in, at least for the last few days. But I would come home one day a week to cook up a lot of food and do her laundry, change her sheets and stuff like that, and then go back to the hospital. And I forgot the point I was trying to make. I'm sorry. But
no, I saw it.
The let me see, 3 weeks. Okay, I'm sorry. My mind is all over the place.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
I'm just saying a lot had been going on, and if you know, when I left to take that break, I didn't even know she was in cardiac arrest. You know, I mean, and I feel like because she was going what she was going through, I was emotional. So I would leave out the room to go to the bathroom in the hallway, which required me to walk past the nurse's station. And I would go in there, wash my face, get myself together. I didn't want to use the bathroom in the room because I didn't, you know, again, I didn't know she was going through these things. So I didn't want to wake her up, and have her, worried or about me, when she's the sick one. So, but yeah, okay, what I was saying earlier about the communication. By the time I got to the hospital that night, she she was unable to communicate with me, and I didn't know what was going on. Why? I mean, she could speak. If I asked her something, she could speak, but it wasn't like all the other times I was with her in the room. She could tell me, different things that happened, how she's feeling. We could have a regular conversation. And this time, it wasn't like that, and it was because she couldn't communicate effectively about anything by the time I got back to the hospital that night, because of the lack of oxygen. And out of all the reports that I read, there's nothing that mentions that the nurse had another medical emergency or something else going on with another patient. And that would be understandable. You have two patients that need you at the same time, and you have to make a choice. That's forgivable.
What did they use it like? Why would they want to restrain her? Like, why would they want to put stuff over her arms, restraints over her chest? Like, why would they want to do that?
They said to keep her in the bed. Well, and yeah, to keep her in the bed, and because she had been pulling at her leads and things like that. But once they put the restraints on her, pulling at the leads that situation was solved. But the nurse still did not put the leads back on. And even if it was an accident, she was reminded at least 10 times by the monitor tech until the monitor was silenced in the room so that they didn't get the communications anymore. It's every time that you walked past this room, you knew what you was doing. Every time the monitor tech alerted you, you knew what you were doing. You made a choice every single time. And from the best of my memory, Keisha was the only Black patient on that hall. To the best of my memory, she's the only one that didn't live past shift change at 7 a.m.
So what they do? They fired you from the hospital?
Fired who?
Did you work at the hospital?
No. I'm just saying, when I was there, she was the only Black patient to my memory that was on that hall. So she's the only one that got treated differently.
That's crazy. So it was no other young ladies of color on that wing. It was just your daughter.
Not that I saw. From the elevator to her room, I don't remember seeing any Black patients. I remember seeing all white patients in their rooms.
So she denied that she did something to her monitor, that nurse. She denied it.
The report doesn't say that. The report doesn't say. So I can't answer that.
Like, did nobody question her?
Actually, the Board of Nursing did not even include that in the report. But when I had a meeting with them, they mentioned it in the meeting. And then when I got the report several months later, it was not in there. And then when I asked them about it, they said, "Oh, we forgot." They made the report with enough information to discipline the nurse. In other words, they suspended her license for 6 months and gave her some things to, that she had to do to get her license back, which she didn't do, thankfully. But it wasn't due to the Board of Nursing. If she had completed the requirements, she would have a license to kill again. But it's on these documents that her name is mentioned. Their report is published on their website. So that's where I can continue to use her name on videos and so on. I can use her name because it's not mentioned on the DHHS report, but it is mentioned on the Board of Nursing's and on their website. And as far as the nurse that falsified the records, she just gets to do whatever, It's just really amazing to me, though, that she was an ERT nurse and she was all up in the records. My daughter was not even assigned to her. And she just all up in the records putting in false readings. And she continued to put these false oxygen readings in up until a day and a half after my daughter was already dead. I can show you that right here. I can show you that right here.
Let me
At the very bottom.
pull it up.
At the very bottom, you see some readings by E. Everett. And you see May 11th, like 19, 25 hours, 35 hours or something like that. I'm trying to read through the paper. E. Everett, May 11th. My daughter died May 10th at 1:02 p.m. was the time of death. She wasn't even alive. And this nurse falsified these records from about 3:30 something in the morning all the way until a day and a half after, because she probably didn't know that the family had taken her off life support.
And so that's not a crime.
Apparently not.
That's a lot. Like that's what I'm saying. Other content creators got to get on this, and because they like to dig and and dig deep. This right here is unacceptable. We can't trust the police. We can't trust even I guess even the medical. We can't trust nobody because it seems like they out to do something to it, especially these young women under the age of 25. It's like there's no reason why they come on, man, lady, they y'all playing that, and now it's people behind that. I would believe it's other people behind that. Just like with the Kenneka Jenkins situation, if they knew that people was coming there and this can happen to their daughter visiting their hotel, like people got to talk about it. Like I say, some people they be scared. We talk about the stuff people don't want to talk about, and we gonna talk about it.
It's scary to know that this can happen to you at a hospital. I mean, you don't know what might happen to you. You could be in a car accident. You can fall. You can be, burnt by something where you're in a, you need pain meds. Once they give you pain meds, you're not in a position to think clearly and to speak for yourself. And now you don't even know if you're going to wake up because you don't know what the staff might do to you when you're unable to speak for yourself, when you're unable to notice what's going on and to tell somebody what's going on. My daughter, when we had a dealing with Nurse Brixton at a time where I had gotten a hotel room, and I would normally stay with my daughter till about 2:00 in the morning or so, and then I go to a hotel room or sleep in my car. But she had called the hotel and she was in tears. I was like, Keisha, what's wrong? She said, the nurse wants to take out the catheter. And I said, she can't do that. And she said, she's here to do it now. I said, okay. I said, look, calm down. I said, ask the nurse, can she come back in about 10 minutes? Just tell her, give you 10 minutes and she can come back. And so she did. And the nurse said, okay. I jumped in my car and I was over there. And when the nurse came back, it was Linda Brixton. And she came back to remove the catheter. My daughter had developed sores on her bottom, which is why the catheter was there. And I had already cleared it with the doctor because until her kidneys could heal, until the kidneys could get better, these sores couldn't heal. And I pulled up the sheet and I showed her. I said, no. I said, you are not taking out the catheter. The doctor already said she can keep it and you're not taking it out. And then some days later, the phone got missing. But I would not have thought a nurse would have taken her phone. It's like, what in the world?
So they been doing a little sneaky, little slide shit as you was present.
They was doing little sneaky stuff.
So they took her phone while you was present, or they waited till you left.
Right.
And then they took her phone.
Somebody
Where
took
did
her
they say
phone.
her phone?
They didn't say
When y'all
anything
found
about it.
out?
I went to the nurse manager and told them about it, and the other nurses that came on shift, because again, I was living 90 minutes away, and things would happen on that one day that I would go home. I would go home one day a week and then and spend the night and come back the next day. My son would usually go during that one day when I came home, and he would at least spend the day with her and then come home that night. But different, it's if I wasn't at the hospital, then that's when something would happen.
This is unacceptable, Gangland. This is unacceptable. And see, like I said, man, we gotta stop waiting till it come knocking on our doorstep to want to get involved or to say something about it. And that's what it seemed like, man. People always wait for something happen to them, then they be ready to talk, they be ready to speak. Like these is people real lives.
Yeah.
Them weird ass people that did something to this young lady intentional for what? Like what was like doing that to her was doing what? Like what did she do to y'all to make y'all want to do that to her? What did she do?
My best guess, she was born black.
What did she do?
That's my best guess. I think what happened to her should be investigated as a hate crime.
Well, from what I've been hearing, them doing stuff after you left. That's intent right there. Them taking away her phone. That's intent. All that is intent.
Only thing we can't prove who took the phone.
She probably was in there texting her text. She could have. She probably knew they was going. She was going to text somebody like, hey, they ain't here tripping. They just did this, that, and that, and this. Come in here and give me, please.
But there's plenty of proof and evidence. There's plenty of evidence that they killed my daughter. I just can't get the authorities to move. And I mean, if the hospital is their biggest contributor, they're not going to move. Not without some public pressure.
Yeah, guy. Hold on. We about to play this other content until I bring another video up. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow so we can just do a whole full broadcast on this. Nothing else. Just strictly Keisha White and to get people to understand what's going on, because like I say, sometimes you gotta watch it again, you gotta watch it 2 times, 3 times to really understand. So it's good that because some people they like, I don't know, like you get on YouTube and they just I don't know, it's just fake to me. Like, like even with the Shanquella, like I said, like, man, we gotta stop giving people false hope. What's really going on? What's really going on? That's just like even with Miss Yolanda. Miss Yolanda say her daughter missing. People like, we ain't about to give her no false hope and say, oh, Miss Yolanda, you gonna find her. No, we really believe she gonna find her. Like, but you can't give people false hope, and that is just like we real over here, man, and we gotta continue to spread this word. We about to get into Kenneka Jenkins, as we were talking about some Kenneka Jenkins and another individual, a college student. Somebody did like, I don't know what they dumped around on the freeway or something. Like this world we live in is crazy. Like this world we live in is crazy, and I think I'm doing my due diligence by bringing awareness to these situations, because is this world we live in is sick. And if you naive to think everything just peachy keen around here, then God bless you. Not because it's not. Because it's not. Everything is not all like, come on, man. So, yeah, y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the
Matt,
channel.
real quick, Matt. Is there a way
Yeah.
we can get in touch with Judge Joe Brown? Maybe Judge Joe Brown can point her in a direction.
You said what?
Maybe we can introduce her to Judge Joe Brown somehow and get You think so?
I don't think Judge Joe Brown can assist her. He might can tell her
I'm thinking
like some
maybe he
ins and
knows
outs or
some.
something.
I'm thinking he may know some lawyers that could, help her. Maybe. I
don't know. Maybe we can see somebody getting contact with Judge Joe Brown. Y'all hit the like and subscribe to the channel, man. It's Gangland.
You
Okay, I can turn the
control
camera
the
off now.
vehicle, and someone exits your vehicle while the car is in motion, and you don't take the time to
You
stop,
okay?
render aid, and check on your friend. What kind of friend is that?
Drunk driving is not a joke. And this whole situation boils down to that. She was so drunk, she didn't notice her friend fell out of a car.
This is the story of Mia Kanu, a lively 23-year-old college student at Tennessee State University, who was enjoying her summer break back home, spending time with family and friends. She had a cheerful personality that left a strong impression on everyone she met. Little did she know that a night out with her trusted friend would lead to her losing her life and her friend being charged with her death. As the investigation proceeded, the events that unfolded that night would shock investigators and the entire community. Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories.
What happened? Okay, looks like we might have technical difficulties. I'm not sure.
Damn, I'm like, man, what happened? Hold on, gang. I'm like, what happened? The we got the whole nervous, been nervous as hell.
You gonna have to call. Yeah, you're gonna have to call them, brother.
Because this is ridiculous. This shit stopping me from doing all this. That's crazy. I'm like, damn, like these past 2-3 shows, it been acting weird. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're gonna have to call them, my brother. That's ridiculous.
Hold on, gangland. Yeah, they fucking around, man. They be hating. Y'all hating on my system. y'all hating on our motion. Like, man, I don't like how them niggas keep bringing awareness to certain shit. Why we can't bring awareness to these certain stories first? And I don't know, man. Maybe because all motherfuckers fake as fuck. Yeah, maybe that. I don't know. Cause y'all fake as hell.
You got people out there that just ignorant as fuck and don't like goodness. Okay, they don't like goodness. I mean, it is what it is, my brother. They don't like goodness.
Nope.
Crazy as it sounds, it's true.
Hold on, I'm about to pull this back up, man. Hold on. Give me a brief little moment. Till then, man, let's watch this video real quick, man. Till then, let's watch this video real quick. We ain't going nowhere. Let's just watch this video real quick, man. And then we gonna double back. It's Gangland.
Yeah. Run on May, bitch. Benz up. Northwest shit. Love toast, talk shit, and we swallow spit. You niggas fool. Thought y'all was solid. Ain't that about a bitch drip sauce? Mix the Louis with the off-white, you niggas hoes. Game goofy, nowhere boss like. VV's on my chest, Jubilee on my left wrist, and white and blue. B-22s off my checklist. Ride around with 7.6 tools, bitch, we reckless. 30 plus shots if you reach at this necklace. TVC, blast first gang, bitch, we wreck shit. Currency, watch it stack it up like it's Tetris. White on white whips, and I still got the Lexus. Step foot in front of this AR, that's a death wish. It's funny games to them hollow tips to this funny bone. We sitting with a long ass face, I guess it's money gone. Drop low on 2 niggas, that shit had me up. Since you niggas pocket, watch you go ahead, add me up. Smack.
We ain't into that. You niggas ain't got a bag. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. That bitch don't fuck it over. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't on the block. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that. It ain't no plan, both sides, that's what the suckers do. I feel the fans been watching close, I gotta stick and move. Glizzy with a drum, thumbing through blue strips when these bitches choosing. They trying to catch me to wet me, that's why I'm sticking moving. Bitch, I'm a thug that hold a grass, so I can't cease to shooting. 100 to the jeweler, 30 on my wrist freezing. I'm overlapping niggas quick, it ain't no competition. Bitches feeling bitter, cause I'm popping and I'm that nigga. Let it fall back, and I'ma rob one of these rapping niggas. The shooters off of E, bounce out and get the gas and niggas. Talk about 100, I spent it twice cause the bag right. Do it for my section, trying to get us at some limelight. Killers on level 4 with no parole, that's facing double life. Broke it out, the bitch was in the bricks when I was selling white. Killers on level 4 with no parole, that's facing double life. Broke it out, the bitch was in the bricks when I was selling white. His hands up. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't got a bag. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. That bitch don't fuck it over. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas ain't on the block. We ain't into that. We ain't into that. You niggas don't turn no blocks. We ain't into that.
All right.
You are in control of the vehicle, and someone exits your vehicle while the car is in motion, and you don't take the time to stop, render aid, and check on your friend. What kind of friend is that?
Drunk driving is not a joke. And this whole situation boils down to that. She was so drunk she didn't notice her friend fell out of a car.
This is the story of Mia Kanu, a lively 23-year-old college student at Tennessee State University, who was enjoying her summer break back home, spending time with family and friends. She had a cheerful personality that left a strong impression on everyone she met. Little did she know that a night out with her trusted friend would lead to her losing her life and her friend being charged with her death. As the investigation proceeded, the events that unfolded that night would shock investigators and the entire community. Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories. This story takes us to Southfield, a peaceful city in Michigan, where the tragic events unfolded. Southfield, with its tranquil ambience, became the backdrop for the heartbreaking tale of Mia Kanu. Mia, at the young age of 23, was a vibrant and loving soul who brought joy to the hearts of her family, friends, and anyone she encountered. She had dreams, aspirations, and a heart full of compassion. Mia was deeply dedicated to her faith, her family, and her close-knit circle of friends.
Getting tattoos, and I'm bringing you guys along the journey. Are we getting friendship tattoos? Yes. So we're getting friendship tattoos, and we're putting them on our ankles, on the inside of our ankle, right here.
Bro. Yeah, but
right now they're
ashy right now, so we can't take no pictures. I got lotion.
Okay, we'll give you some lotion. Well, after he does the tattoo and puts the oil on it, then you won't be ashy.
Her warm and kind-hearted nature radiated through every interaction. She was known for her sweet disposition and her ability to bring joy and laughter into the lives of those around her. In addition to her studies, Mia was passionate about animals and was pursuing her dream of becoming a veterinarian. Her journey had already begun as a veterinarian assistant at Richland Animal Clinic in Tennessee, where she undoubtedly made a positive impact on the lives of countless pets and their owners.
I work with animals because I'm an animal science. Pre-vet major. I want to be a vet for zoo animals, but I'm not going to bore you guys with the details of my farm life, though I might take you guys on there for a vlog one day.
Mia's personality was a testament to her loving and caring nature. She was a team leader both in her volleyball activities and school endeavors, demonstrating her commitment and determination. Mia was the kind of person who could light up the room with her infectious smile and laughter, making everyone feel at ease in her presence. During summer break, Mia returned to her Southfield home for the summer, reuniting with friends. One of her friends was a 23-year-old by the name of Kenneka Fern. Mia Kanu and Kenneka Fern shared a friendship that blossomed during the summer break. The two, along with a group of friends, embarked on a night out, relishing the joys of summer and having a break off from school. Under the city lights and the warmth of the season, they enjoyed moments of laughter and celebration. However, the night took an unexpected and tragic turn when an argument erupted between Kenneka Fern and her boyfriend. The atmosphere shifted from joy to tension, casting a shadow over the once vibrant evening. This would lead to a series of events that would leave one friend dead and the other one charged in her death, leaving both families grappling with a profound loss and the unanswered questions surrounding that fateful night. On June 2nd, in Southfield, Michigan, a tragic incident occurred involving Mia Kanu. Mia's life was tragically cut short in June under mysterious circumstances that have left her family and local authorities searching for answers. The incident occurred in suburban Detroit, Michigan, where Mia was found lying in the middle of a road in the early hours of June 2nd.
EVE Online is a vast.
The circumstances surrounding her tragic passing have raised questions, and the family remains perplexed by the events that transpired on that fateful night. Surveillance footage indicates that she either fell or was pushed from a moving vehicle and left on the road. This discovery has led investigators to consider the possibility of foul play, and the case is being treated as a potential homicide. Mia's mother is left with numerous questions about the events leading up to her daughter's death, as the timeline and details provided so far do not seem to add up. The family is desperately seeking answers and justice for Mia Kanu. The driver of the vehicle involved, someone known to Mia, is cooperating with the ongoing investigation. Southfield police have not ruled out the possibility of homicide, and they are diligently working to uncover the truth behind this tragic incident. Following her discovery, Mia was hospitalized and placed on life support. Despite the medical team's efforts, she tragically passed away on June 5th. The nature of Mia's injuries, particularly a severe head injury, adds to the mystery surrounding her death. As the investigation unfolded, Kenneka Fern, a friend of Mia Kanu, was charged with causing an accident resulting in death after Mia fell out of a car that Kenneka was driving. They had been spending time together with a group of friends before the incident occurred. Police alleged that Kenneka, who was allegedly driving under the influence, callously continued driving after Mia's fall. During a press conference, Southfield Police Chief Elvin Barron explained that it appeared Mia may have been in the process of vomiting when she fell from the vehicle, likely due to the door being opened. The events leading up to the incident involved an argument between Kenneka and her boyfriend. Mia had fallen asleep in the backseat of Kenneka's Jeep during the early morning hours. At 4:29 a.m., she fell out of the vehicle. A passerby leaving a nearby apartment noticed a person on the road 3 minutes later and called the police. Southfield police arrived at the scene, collected evidence, and found a key fob that led them to Kenneka's Jeep. The failure to stop and render aid to Mia after she fell from the moving vehicle has raised questions about the nature of their friendship. One family member commented during a press briefing, stating that drunk driving has consequences and that Kenneka was so intoxicated that she didn't notice her friend falling out of the car. Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald emphasized that the law mandates anyone involved in an accident to stop and immediately report it to authorities. Leaving the scene, especially when someone is seriously injured or loses their life, is considered a felony, and those who do so will be held accountable. Kenneka was arrested on Tuesday evening and was expected to be arraigned on the charges the following Wednesday afternoon.
Kanu was found dying in the middle of Providence Drive in Southfield back in early June. This week, her own friend arrested and charged in connection with her death.
7 Action News reporter Darren Cunningham is in Southfield with the video that shows what happened that tragic night.
This morning, Southfield Police Chief Elvin Barron gave a timeline of events of what happened before and after Mia Kanu's body ended up here in the middle of Providence Drive.
My daughter was God-fearing. She was beautiful inside and out.
Mia Kanu's loved ones and law enforcement setting the record straight about the 23-year-old veterinary student and the morning of June 3rd. Chief Barron showed this video. He says Mia was a backseat passenger when she fell out of the vehicle.
There's no evidence that suggests that Mia jumped from the vehicle. What the evidence suggests is that Mia may be in the process of throwing up. There was vomit on the seal of the door, and there was vomit in the roadway. Alcohol was detected in Mia's blood, and the alcohol blood contact was a 0.21.
As you can see in the video, the driver, her friend, who police identify as 23-year-old Kenneka Monique Fern of Detroit, kept going.
You were in control of the vehicle, and someone exits your vehicle while the car is in motion, and you don't take the time to stop, render aid, and check on your friend. What kind of friend is that?
Chief Barron says instead, Fern went to the Detroit Police 5th Precinct to report her phone stolen, but still didn't say anything about Mia falling from the car.
And the officer reported that Miss Fern appeared highly intoxicated.
He says it wasn't until 8 hours after the tragedy that Fern came to the Southfield Police Department, explaining that prior to the tragedy, Fern had gotten into an altercation with her boyfriend, who allegedly took her phone, and he drove off in another vehicle. Fern attempted unsuccessfully to follow her boyfriend while Mia was asleep in the back seat. During Fern's drama, Mia fell from the vehicle. Now, Fern is charged for driving drunk and leaving the scene of the accident, leaving Mia Kanu to die in the roadway. It was a passerby who found Mia in the roadway a few minutes later.
Drunk driving is not a joke. And this whole situation boils down to that.
Mia's family finds comfort in knowing she donated her organs through the gift of life. Her grandmother says she saved an infant. As for Fern, she faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted.
The court set her bond at $3,000 personally, with several conditions attached, including not having any contact with Mia's family. During the court proceedings, it was revealed that Kenneka had a bench warrant out of Detroit related to an open intoxicant charge as a driver. The impact of Mia Kanu's loss on her family, as well as the potential she had for a bright future, has been deeply felt by those who loved her.
She loved all animals and everything living.
Mia Kanu dreamt of being a veterinarian. She was studying to be one at TSU and worked at Richland Animal Clinic. She didn't want to leave for the summer, but her mom, Bianca Van Meter, says rent was too high.
She just loved the people and loved the animals. And I told her, you cannot sleep in your car. You have to come home.
Mia went home to Michigan where she started hanging out with new friends. Her mom says one girl stayed at their home a few nights. The friend made Van Meter uncomfortable, so she asked Mia for her vehicle registration if it was going to be parked in her driveway.
The night that the incident happened, my daughter sent me a picture of the girl's registration.
Van Meter says it was the same car Mia was in the night she was found.
She was in her car. Nobody went back for my daughter. She was left in the middle of the road. No one called 911.
This week, her mom was there as her daughter donated her organs. Mia saved a baby and another recipient, offering care to families even in her death.
The messages I'm getting from people in high school who were thinking that their life was pretty much over, and then they met my daughter. And that to me, so many stories like that.
This heartbreaking situation that unfolded after a night out with friends during Mia's summer break from Tennessee State University leaves Mia's family grappling with the pain of her loss. Mia's family seeks justice for their beloved daughter, holding on to cherished memories of her kindness, laughter, and dreams. The entire community mourns the loss of a promising young soul, and the hope for answers in Mia Kanu's case continues to be a beacon for those yearning for closure. As the legal proceedings progress, friend Kenneka Fern, now facing charges, could potentially spend up to 5 years in prison for leaving the scene, which is deemed a felony, while drunk driving charges carry a misdemeanor designation. The tragedy that befell Mia Kanu on that fateful summer night in Southfield was a sequence of events that should never have unfolded. A vibrant young woman with dreams of becoming a veterinarian, Mia's life was cut short in circumstances that no one could have predicted. The loss of Mia echoes not only as a personal tragedy for her family and friends, but also as a reminder of the fragility of life and the consequences of choices made in a moment. Could a moment of pause, a reconsideration of choices made during that night, have altered the course of events? The consequences of drunk driving and the duty to care for friends in vulnerable states are vital lessons that arise from this heartbreaking incident. The void left behind is not just a personal loss for her family, but also a loss for a world that might have benefited from Mia's passion and kindness. The family and loved ones, grappling with the aftermath of this tragedy, face the profound emotional toll of losing someone with such promise and potential. My condolences to her friends and family. May they find the strength to heal and eventually discover peace. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.